Supreme Court lifted a judge's block on the Trump administration, ending temporary protected status for 350,000 Venezuelan migrants.
First, people will lose their job because TPS gives them work permits, and it's possible they will be separated from their children who were born here. In a statement, DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin called the SCOTUS decision a win for the American people.
That's Crystal Bailey with Fox 2 TV in San Francisco. Israel went on the attack again in Gaza overnight. Airstrikes targeted Hamas. Palestinian officials say they hit a family home and a school-turned-shelter, killing at least 60 people.
The governments of the United Kingdom, France and Canada are demanding Israel halts its new offensive, Operation Gideon's Chariot. They say the level of human suffering is intolerable.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. President Trump continues to push for a ceasefire in Russia's war in Ukraine, saying after talking to leaders of both countries,
I think there's a chance of getting something done. And if you do that, you can also make it much worse. But there could be a time when that's going to happen.
This morning, the president will go to the Capitol, trying to get House Republicans to unite around the budget plan he calls one big, beautiful bill that may get a House vote this week. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A cop killer is executed. Rain and 58 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Your high today, 70. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 6:02.
Mr. Richie looked up at us, smiled, and waved. Lay back down.
That's Benjamin Ritchie's attorney speaking to the media outside the Indiana State Prison in Michigan City this morning, where his client was executed.
A few seconds later, he was speaking. It was clear he was speaking though he was lying down. His left arm was, fist was clenching.
He added,
for about 10 seconds. Then he sat up and violently twitched for about 3 seconds. Lay back down. And then about 3 minutes later, 2 or 3 minutes later, they closed the blinds.
Richie died at 12:46 a.m. Central Time, almost 25 years after he shot and killed Beech Grove cop Bill Toney while running from a stolen van call back in 2000. An Indianapolis area pimp who prided himself so much on his system that he called it the Christopher McDonald Organization is out of business. Here's Chris Davis.
Christopher McDonald was an Indy pimp who would force young women into prostitution, get them hooked on crack, and pistol whip them if they refused service to clients. McDonald actually called his outfit the Christopher McDonald Organization. Not anymore. It's out of business thanks to his murder, sex trafficking, and gun convictions. McDonald will be sentenced later. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
It's raining right now, and there is a chance for severe weather today.
There's a chance for isolated tornadoes, but really the greatest threat is across southern portions of Indiana again. But thankfully, this system moving in doesn't look to be as significant as the system moved in over the weekend, but there's still a chance for some isolated tornadoes across our area.
Greg Mello at the National Weather Service in Indianapolis. The Indiana Pacers, Game 1, Eastern Conference Final matchup against the New York Knicks tomorrow at 8 o'clock at Madison Square Garden. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
Hey, it's Rob for Universal Windows Direct, and May is officially the kickoff to home improvement season. And right now, during their home improvement season sale, you'll get an incredible 50% off your windows. Yes, half off. You heard right. You can upgrade your home with beautiful energy-efficient windows for half the cost. But it gets even better. For a limited time, you'll get no interest and no payments for 12 months. That's a whole year to enjoy your new windows before you pay a single cent. And here's the cherry on top. You'll receive a free entry door with your window purchase. Now, some restrictions may apply, so to get all the information and schedule your free in-home estimate, call Universal Windows Direct today at 317-659-7574, 317-659-7574. Universal Windows Direct's home improvement season sale. Half off your windows, no interest, no payments for 12 months. 317-659-7574. Tell them Rob sent you.
All right, we have rain and we are wrecking. Looking at the airport, Indianapolis International Plainfield, eastbound 70 like you're going towards Indianapolis. This is a crash between the airport collector and 465, okay? And no delay there at the moment, but it is slowing us down just a touch as you make your way through that 465 ramp. Also looking close to downtown, west side heading towards downtown. It's eastbound at 70 at Harding Street, and the crash is blocking the left lane, no delays. Pike Township crash, northbound 65 before West 86th Street. And all lanes are currently slow, which means we don't have any lanes blocked at the moment. So watch out for that if you're going to Lebanon here this morning, say from the northwest side. Traffic sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance, protecting your business vehicles 24/7. Get a business insurance quote online in as little as 7 minutes. See if you can save at progressivecommercial.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's happening?
Hey, Tony. Good morning. Obviously, a very soggy, stormy start here this morning. Don't expect any severe weather for the morning hours, but widespread rain and could be heavy at times for the morning drive and at the bus stop for the kiddos. Could have a couple of stronger thunderstorms as we go into the afternoon hours today. We'll finish with a high of around 69. Rain will gradually wind down around or just after midnight. Tonight we're left with cloudy skies, a low of 60. Wednesday, cloudy, some spotty showers, cooler, highs into the mid-60s. Thursday, same thing, mostly cloudy, some spotty showers. It's going to be cool, a high of 60. Carb day on Friday looks dry, brighter, partly cloudy, but still on the coolish side with highs into the mid-60s.
Now, Carb Day is going to be excellent because I'm going to be at Just Add Water Boats in the morning, and you're more than welcome to join us. You are invited, Marcus Bailey, to come out and
invited.
We're doing the porch party starting at 6 a.m. You can come out and do your weather stuff from there, and you can be a part of it. And then it ends with Hammer and Nigel at the track. The real question is, right now there's rain in the forecast for race day. Is that early morning rain? Is that bother the race rain? What are we talking about?
Well, I mean, with it being this far out, it's still a little iffy on time. What I can tell you is, there's some inconsistencies that we've been looking run to run with some of the models, but a lot of it stays or looks to stay mainly south. It's like southern half of the state. Indy's like on the very, very fringe of this rain to the north. So I lean, just from the trends that I have, that we likely would stay on the dry end, but because we haven't had the consistency with that yet, it's still worth a mention. That said, I think when you kind of talk about any rain opportunities time-wise, it would probably be late morning through the early afternoon, but I think even if worst-case scenario we get that, you'd still have time to dry things out, and you may have a later start. Again, that's worst-case scenario. So from what I see this far out, and again, many things can change, we still go racing on Sunday. But I still lean that we're probably going to be okay for now to get everything on schedule here for race day.
Matt Bear, if you didn't understand what Marcus Bailey just said, he said that on race day, we're all going to die. That's what he said.
Listen. As long as we don't have a repeat of last year where everybody had to get up and leave, I don't think we're going to be in that kind of situation this year. But it's like every year, there's that chance, and so hopefully we have that window and we keep it dry for all 200 laps. So I'm optimistic at this point.
That's Marcus Bailey right there of Wish TV. Marcus, thank you. 58 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:09.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Absolute Comfort, your American Standard Mitsubishi electric ductless mini splits dealer.
in the middle of a political firestorm.
Yeah, for walking on the beach with my wife. So I don't know how we ended up here. It never occurred to me that it was any kind of controversial thing, but that's the time we live in.
James Comey. You knew what it was. You did what you did. And you have fell victim to the new rules. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. James Comey, the former director of the FBI, bad guy, walking on the beach with his wife, and he takes a picture of some seashells, and he says, look at the seashells I found, and look at the pattern they created. And he has the seashells spelling out 8647. And you're like, what in the world is that? And 8647 could be seen as 8647. Oh, because 86 to get rid of and 47 being the 47th president. Okay, you want to get rid of Donald Trump. Oh, wait. Do you want to get rid of or do you want to get rid of? And now you've got the Secret Service doing investigations because are you now calling for the assassination of Donald Trump? Now, some people want to say that's ridiculous. 86 is like a restaurant term. That's how I know it. When something is 86, it's no longer available on the menu. In a bar parlance, if someone is 86th, they've been thrown out of the place. They can't come back. Yes, you could see it like that and leave it be. But the left created new rules. And those new rules are whatever it is you do, if it can be even hinted at, smelled at, or stretched to, it's an act of violence. And absolutely, when you're the former FBI director, it can be seen as an act of violence. Not as an act of violence, a call to violence. Much better words, Tony. That's what Comey was doing. He knows it. I know it. You know it. And now he's acting like I can't believe it's controversial. He also has a book coming out. He writes fiction, I don't know, crime, novellas. I'm not sure what's happening here. I'm not buying it. And he wants the attention. Smarmy guy. I say investigate. The new rules say he was trying to elicit somebody to engage in assassination of the current sitting president of the United States. That's what the new rules state. He's going to have to deal with the new rules. I didn't create these rules. I don't want these rules. But they're there. And I don't believe James Comey, oh my gosh, I can't believe such a controversy for a second. And neither should you. The guy is completely and totally untrustworthy. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick. Nippon Steel ups its offer at 632. Brought to you by the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with the Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA.
Applied Innovation has made a lot of IT directors happy with their managed print services offering. Listen to a few of them talk about Applied Innovation. Chris Pfeiffer, IT Director for Doran Mayhew.
So we were able to reduce the number of machines that we use, but increase their capacity. And then basically we cut our managed print services bill in half by doing that.
Applied Innovation customer Linda Philly Watson, Director of IT at LaSalle Bristol.
The devices are well managed, well maintained, well supported, and that's less time for me. More time for me to spend on other projects, on other priorities.
Applied Innovation customer Craig Gilliam, IT Director for Suncoast Skin Solutions.
I think it's just the simplicity of everything. They're quick, fast, and so if you need any help, they're on the spot.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Traffic on the 5s. That's Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
All right, Tony, looking at northbound 65 on the northwest side, it is a crash past 71st Street, blocking the right lane. By the airport going towards Indianapolis, eastbound 70 at Indianapolis International Airport, it is a crash blocking the right lane. No delay at the moment, but please be careful as you make your way to 465 from Indianapolis International. Crawfordsville, westbound 74, it is shut down right now like you're heading towards Illinois. State Road 47 to US 231, westbound 74 closed because of a vehicle fire. Traffic sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance protects small businesses with affordable coverage options. Get a business insurance quote online in as little as 7 minutes. Visit progressivecommercial.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
The rain is still with us right now. It's 58 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
Comcast Business is celebrating Small Business Month by giving you a $1,000 small business bonus when you switch to a qualifying gig speed package from the company with over 99.99% network reliability. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 1, company merch for staff. Styling. Or possibility number 24, the latest software. Upgrade. Or possibility number 192, new equipment powered by gig speeds. Or possibility number 555, a 3D printer. Rapid prototyping, anyone? Switch to Comcast Business for over 99.99% network reliability, advanced cybersecurity, and now get started with a $1,000 small business bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
In 6/22/25, new customers only with 2-year agreement. Other restrictions apply.
Big Joe here for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, B&W HVAC Plumbing and Electrical.
With a B&W Premier Club membership, you'll stay ahead of breakdowns and costly repairs. Our members get routine maintenance, priority scheduling, and exclusive discounts, saving you money and keeping your family comfortable all season long. Visit bplusw.com or call 317-214-0108 for more information.
B&W HVAC Plumbing and Electrical, your American Standard dealer since 1961.
It's the Bash Sale, the biggest automotive sale in history. Your local Bill Estes dealerships are coming in hot with deals on trucks you don't want to miss. We have a huge selection of trucks at one easy online stop. Brand new Chevy, Ford, GMC, Jeep, Ram, and Toyota trucks with a massive pre-owned selection too. Plus, our fair and direct upfront pricing means what you see is what you pay. Shift into savings during the Bash Sale. Only at Bill Estes dealerships, and drive away in your dream truck today. Online at BillEstesTrucks.com.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
It's your captain speaking. To the passenger with the Mirror Fast soft chews, smart move.
No way am I letting travel constipation ruin this trip.
Can't blame you. Mirror Fast works fast, but without the harsh side effects.
Since I'm such a smart traveler, can I move to first class?
No. Close the curtain, Carol.
From the makers of Miralax, new Mirafast soft chews work naturally with your body in as little as 30 minutes to give you a comfortable go on the go. Look for Mirafast at Walmart today. Use as directed for occasional constipation. Contains magnesium hydroxide.
Looking out on the morning rain.
Well, my God, Carl.
I used to feel so
Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Turn it up.
And when I knew
we got this morning.
Another day. Lord, it made me feel so tired. Before the day I met you, life was so unkind. And you're the key to my peace of mind. 'Cause you make me feel. You make me feel like a natural woman.
Every morning, Matt Bear looks into the mirror, this song playing, and he says, I can do it today. Walks right out there and brings you the greatest traffic the world has ever seen.
I love this song.
All right, little Carole King right there.
Oh, it's so good.
Have you ever seen, she was getting Kennedy honors. And so she's there and getting the Kennedy honor, and it's Aretha Franklin doing this song, playing the piano. The woman is in her dress, and she's like, I don't know how old she was at the time, and a full-length mink coat.
Oh, wow.
Playing piano and singing this, and then she gets up, and the crowd is so into it. At 70 whatever, she drops the mink coat. Woo! Like, just sheds the jacket and takes the rest of the song, right? Don't get me wrong, Aretha Franklin hated me, and hated you too.
Sure.
But my God, the pipes.
What a performer.
It's so good. If you've never seen it, Aretha Franklin doing this song, you make you feel like a natural woman at the Kennedy Center Honors. It's absolutely excellent stuff. Tony Katz, I said hello already. Thank you for that, producer Carl. That helps with the rain. We are fighting sanctuary cities. And I first read this, it was Bill Malugin with an exclusive, saying we witnessed an incredibly rare sight in the sanctuary city of Los Angeles as a jail transferred an illegal alien inmate to ICE custody, not because sanctuary policies have changed, but because the jail is being forced to cooperate with ICE as part of a new federal operation designed to neutralize California's sanctuary state law. So what in the world is that? It involves something called Operation Guardian Angel. And it comes from the U.S. Attorney for the District of California. It's a task force. And what they have done is they scan criminal databases every day to identify arrested illegal aliens in local jurisdictions. And then the DOJ charges them with felony illegal reentry. So what they're saying is that these locals have made it impossible for ICE to do their job. So what they're doing now is saying the locals can ignore a detainer all they want. You know, ICE says, hey, that person's illegal. Hold on to them. We're going to come get them. And local municipalities, whatever, could say, we're not going to do that. We're not going to cooperate with you. And that's how they allow illegal immigrants to just be released. These awful, terrible sanctuary cities, these gross policies. You understand that if Indiana didn't have laws about this thing, Indianapolis would absolutely be a sanctuary city. Ryan Mears would be letting people go like it was his job. As a matter of fact, I wonder if he thinks that's his job now, the Marion County prosecutor. So what's happening is these locals can ignore the detainer, but they cannot ignore a criminal arrest warrant. So they take a look at people getting booked. If they're in the country illegally, they review the file. If they meet the elements of illegal reentry, a federal crime, they file the complaint and get the arrest warrant issued before they're released from state custody. And now the locals have to actually do something. We still haven't gotten the answer from Indianapolis. If asked to participate with federal law enforcement in the arrest of illegal immigrants, will the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department work with those federal officials to in those operations to make those arrests of people here illegally? Yes or no? When we asked the question last time, when the question was asked last time, it was a much more general answer. We haven't been asked. Well, now I'm asking if you're asked. You've got Mike Braun, the governor, who has signed an executive order. If you asked, will you do it? And IMPD, sorry, Chief Bailey, I know, we're going to talk about track safety and everything on Sunday and what's going on. And that's extremely important stuff. And I'm not going to say no. I'm looking forward to the conversation when we're there at the race. But please understand, you never answered the question. Your team didn't answer the question. And yeah, it's insulting. It's insulting to everybody who lives here that you won't answer that question. That question's not going to come up on Sunday. I know how to do my job pretty dang well. But understand that it's there. Will you assist? Yes or no, if asked? Simple question. But this is a very interesting way to go about these things. It's nice to see the Trump team looking at ways of saying, well, not saying, well, I guess we just have to deal with it. What else can we do? Meanwhile, Trump spent quite a long bit of time on the phone with Vladimir Putin. And from that, it is believed that ceasefire negotiations between Russia and Ukraine have begun. Trump describing the tone of the call as excellent. Russia wants a large-scale trade with the United States. And it's interesting that we're now going to say trade, and we're going to provide dollars and somehow buy goods from Russia. This is exactly what Trump was upset with Europe doing when they were a NATO nation buying their oil. I'm curious to see what a trade deal actually looks like. Not all trade deals are made equally. Meanwhile, let's see if these two get in a room and actually work on some kind of ending of the killing in Ukraine. Russia started it, by the way. Matt Bear has traffic. What's going on, Matt?
Looking at Plainfield, Indianapolis International Airport, heading towards Indianapolis. It's a crash. Eastbound 70 blocking the right lane. Also on the northwest side, Pike Township crash. Northbound 65 before West 86th Street blocking the right lane, slowing us back to 71st Street. Westbound 74, Crawfordsville. Westbound 74 completely shut down between State Road 47 and US 231. That is because of a vehicle fire. Traffic is backed up past the State Road 32 exit. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you are at the BMV. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, it's Casey from the Kendall and Casey Show, and YouTube has dropped its first ever podcast chart. Did Kendall and Casey make the top 100? Jerry Lopez fills in for Rob. Join us Tuesday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Your next car, your next truck is at Andy Moore Ford, and it's so easy to work with these guys. I was just there over the weekend, and the showroom floor is filled with Mustang GTs. It is filled, automatic stick. The Dark Horse is there. Oh, if you've never seen the Dark Horse, it is all there at Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. And the lot is filled with the Ford Bronco, which I'm driving right now, the Expedition. You've got the Ford Edge. You've got the F-150s, the Super Duties, and all those Super Duties, the F-150s, the Explorers, the Expeditions, all with employee pricing. The entire American inventory has been marked with employee pricing, so you pay what the people at Andy Moore Ford pay. And if you want, just buy your car online, get more to your door, and they will deliver it directly to you. Never been easier. And if you're looking to sell your vehicle, trade your vehicle, you get top dollar for your used vehicle, even if you don't buy from Andy Moore Ford. Talk to Andy Moore Ford today. Pay them a visit. 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or online at Andy Moore Ford. That's MOHR, AndyMooreFord.com.
You probably have a dream retirement in mind, but do you know how to get there? The difference between dreaming and living your ideal retirement comes down to having the right plan. And that's where Howard Bailey Financial can help. At Howard Bailey Financial, we've created a free retirement toolkit to help you bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. Text DREAM to 888-262-1104 to download your free retirement toolkit that includes a retirement checklist, Social Security decisions guide, estate planning guide, and more. We want your dream retirement to be your reality. And it starts by texting DREAM to 888-262-1104. Let us help you take the next step toward the retirement of your dreams. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
This May, be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Benjamin Richie is executed. Heavy rain, 58 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Your high today, 70. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30.
Benjamin Richie was pronounced dead at 12:46 a.m. local time. His last words were, "I love my family, my friends, and all the support I've gotten. I hope they all find peace."
That's Wish TV's Tim Spears in Michigan City this morning.
Retired police officers and dozens of members of the Beech Grove community raised blue glow sticks in unison as Officer Bill Toney's family left the prison.
Benjamin Richie is the guy who killed Beech Grove police officer William Toney back in 2000. Richie died at 12:46 a.m. Central Time, about 25 years after he killed Officer Toney. You may have heard that Congress is trying to pass the so-called One Big Beautiful Bill.
We have a mandate from the American people. The American people put President Trump back in office.
That's Michigan Congressman John James speaking with Fox News.
American people expect us to act. They expect us to act with resolve. They expect us to support President Trump's leadership in delivering on this big, beautiful bill this week.
And the bill has faced some pushback from some in the GOP caucus, who says it doesn't go far enough to cut spending. Indiana Pacers guard Tyrese Halliburton is inviting a Pacers fan to Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Sean Herrick explains why.
That fan, Hans Perez, was in New York wearing a Halliburton jersey when a bunch of New York Knicks fans dumped bags of trash on Perez. The video of that has since gone viral, and Halliburton has seen it. Both Perez and Halliburton were on the Pat McAfee show Monday.
I want to personally bring you and a +1 out here to come to Game 4 here in Indiana. I'll bring you guys out here, put you guys up, get you guys seats to the game. The Pacers, everybody in our organization wants to make sure you're taken care of.
Perez said Tyrese is awesome and the team is awesome. Sean Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. Nippon Steel is upping its commitment to invest in U.S. steel to $14 billion if its proposed acquisition of the Pittsburgh-based steelmaker is approved. That, according to a Reuters report. That commitment reportedly includes a new $4 billion steel mill, although a location for that facility is not known. U.S. Steel first announced plans for the acquisition in December of 2023 after another purchase offer from rival Cleveland Cliffs was rejected. The Japanese steel maker previously said it would invest $2.7 billion in U.S. Steel, including nearly $1 billion in the company's Gary Works operation in northwest Indiana. Pennsylvania-based Doral Renewables said Monday it has closed on construction project financing for the final phases of its $1.5 billion Mammoth Solar project in Pulaski County. The company says the Mammoth South, Mammoth Central 1 and Central 2 projects are all slated to be complete in the fourth quarter of 2026. They're part of the overall Mammoth Solar effort, which will generate enough power, the company says, to support about 275,000 homes annually. Leaders from Fort Wayne International Airport say they're on track to set another passenger travel record for the third consecutive year. A total of nearly 857,000 passengers flew in and out of the airport last year. That's a 7.6% increase over the previous year. You're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America builds and maintains roads, bridges, and other essential infrastructure that make us the crossroads of America. So thanks to LIUNA members' work, Hoosiers have a better quality of life, like access to utilities, easier routes to jobs, schools, or medical care, and deliveries keep moving. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress. From the foods we eat to the heights we soar. Because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, investing connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
An East Central Indiana resident is among more than a dozen people to be inducted into White Castle's Cravers Hall of Fame. White Castle established the Hall of Fame in 2001 to recognize its most zealous fans, which this year includes Robert Donati of Muncie. Donati says he and his friends have been enjoying White Castle sliders before they even knew what they were called. The inductees were officially recognized last week at White Castle's headquarters in Columbus, Ohio. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
All right, now on the northeast side, we do have a breakdown. It's northbound 465 before East 71st Street. Right lane closed, no delay. Northwest side Pike crash northbound 65 before 86th Street, blocking the right lane, slowing us down to 71st Street. Plainfield, Indianapolis International. It's eastbound 70 at Indianapolis International Airport with a crash blocking the right lane. It's on the peel off to 465, no delay at the moment. And in Crawfordsville, westbound 74 is closed because of a vehicle fire from State Road 47 to US 231. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This May, you can be a hero at the finish line. Say yes to organ donation and talk to your family about your decision. A message from Indiana Donor Network and driven to save lives. I'm Matt Bear on the 5 at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 58 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:36. We check on sports. And Ryan Hedrick, what do we know?
Tony, good morning. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals tips off tomorrow night as the Indiana Pacers take on the New York Knicks. Guard Tyrese Halliburton says last year's series win is still fresh, but the fight is far from over.
Last year, the series was a lot of fun, back and forth. You know, it felt like nobody could win 2 games in a row until we were able to do it. Going into the series, I think that, you know, they didn't like the organization, but I don't think there were certain guys that their fans didn't like. And now they don't really like us too much.
Tomorrow's game starts at 8 in New York. Team Penske broke the rules by changing a safety part on cars 2 and 12 during qualifying last weekend. Joseph Newgarden and Will Power will start 32nd and 33rd.
I mean, we don't want to be racing against illegal cars. We would love to see that it's all an even playing field.
And Pato Award speaking with Wish TV, the 109th running of the Indianapolis 500 is Sunday. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
High school sports ignite pride unlike anything else. Just listen to these student athletes from across the great state of Indiana.
Playing high school sports means representing my school and community, being a positive example, showing everyone what we stand for.
It's a reminder that the name on the front of my jersey is just as important as the name on the back.
Because it's about all of us, not just one of us.
And that includes our families, friends, and the fans.
When we all wear our school's name,
we are all on the same team.
We all represent our school.
We all belong to our community, thanks to high school sports.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. You can be a champion of high school sports by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is building community pride. This is bringing everyone together as one team. This is your IHSAA.
Heat and cool places where ductwork won't fit using Mitsubishi electric ductless mini splits. You can even wrap them to match your decor.
Find out more at absolutecomfort.org.
Sorry, I'm responding to something that's just so gross. And I knew it was coming. I said it was coming. The minute you saw that the Indy 500 winner was born in Israel, you knew this was coming. My response at 7:45. You knew it was coming. this gross group called Jewish Voice for Peace, has nothing to do with Judaism, nothing to do with Jews. These people are pro-Hamas, pro-terrorist. What they believe in is absolutely obscene. They have nothing to do with Judaism whatsoever. They have nothing to do with Jews whatsoever. And as I know, people are like, oh, Tony, you're always talking about Israel. First of all, I'm not. Secondly, what do you want me to do? It's in the news. And third, dear Lord, they're now going to protest the Indy 500 parade. Maybe I got to show up with a few thousand people. There are many people who want me to stop talking about these issues. Never, ever going to happen. This place can fire me. I don't give a good holy damn. I'm going to keep doing what I do. I hope you're all with me in the fight. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. I've got some fundraiser stuff to talk about. Of course, we have got the porch party to talk about. I'll get to all of that. But I'm really paying attention to what's going on here with MacGyver and the Attorney General through the U.S. Attorney in New Jersey, Elena Haba, who was the former attorney for Donald Trump, charging Congresswoman LaMonica MacGyver for her misconduct towards law enforcement in New Jersey when she was trying to get into an ICE facility and she's pushing and shoving and attacking law enforcement. Absolutely. This is the way. Of course, without question, she should be charged. Good. And as for what's going to go on in the Indy 500 parade, don't worry. I got that story coming up. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Your cash is waiting for you. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's so easy to use. It's fast. It's easy. It's free. It's the month of May. Race on over and make sure you are getting your cash. It's very, very easy to do. First of all, it is your cash. It's not just free money. It's your money, and it's sitting there, and it's waiting for you, all right? You got a final paycheck, right, that you didn't know about. You were getting some dividends from a stock you weren't aware of, but they don't know where to send it, right? They didn't have your right address, or you moved, whatever the case may be. So it goes to the Attorney General. Now the Attorney General is trying to reunite it with you. They do this $1 million each and every week, reunited with Hoosiers. It's so easy to use. You can text my name, Tony. Text Tony to 46220, and boom, you'll be right there. Fast, easy, free to use, so simple. Go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov and get your cash today. IndianaUnclaimed.gov.
Check out what's going on with 93 WIBC.
Discover unbeatable values at Just Add Water Boats. Join us this Friday from 6 to 9 a.m. for Tony Katz Live. Explore a vast selection of boats and wave runners. Enjoy snacks and win accessories.
Hey, it's Matt Bear for Trajan Wealth. May has me thinking, okay, the month of May. How do you afford to celebrate May in the race after retirement? Where does the income come from? Trajan Wealth, the fiduciary advisors, will help you plan for future 500s with a portfolio tailored to your retirement dreams. Call and find out how. Your first appointment is free. 317-480-4040 to schedule, or visit TrajanWealth.com. Call today. When you meet with Trajan, they get to know you, learn about your goals for money management, then collaborate with you in designing a portfolio that's for you, your timeline, your risk management, and what's best for you and your family and future. Call today to learn more. Meet the team, 317-480-4040, or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first appointment is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
When it comes to managed network services and IT support, Applied Innovation is at the top of the list for these Applied Innovation customers. Sean Carnahan, sales manager for Adventure Homes.
They do all of our computers, so they take care of all of our issues, anything that comes up with our servers, any tech support, software we need, any equipment we need.
Eric Lane, director of information technology for Raleigh Williams Paint Spot.
Applied Innovation has been very proactive, and they've laid out a plan for here is
what we look like today, and here's what we want to look like in 18 months and then going forward. So it's the long-term vision that they have that other companies didn't.
Ashley Crane, IT Director for Belmont Beverage.
They're just a really great company that has a lot to offer to a small IT team like ourselves.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what do you know?
All right, Tony, we're putting this together here, and this is the intersection 21st Street at Ritter on the east side, shut down because of a crash and involving a school bus, that according to Wish TV. So again, the intersection 21st Street and Ritter shut down because of a crash. We look at westbound 70 out by the airport, looking good right now. It's eastbound 70 we have trouble, and that is a crash in the airport. Collector 2465, no delay right now. Now a crash southbound 65. This is southbound 65 before Keystone Avenue, and causing a little bit of a slowdown through there. Northbound 65, stop and go from 465 up to South Keystone Avenue. Northeast side, northbound 465 at East 71st Street, right lane blocked because of a breakdown. Northwest side, crash Pike Township, northbound 65 after West 71st Street. That has a slowdown to West 71st. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This May, you can be a hero at the finish line. Say yes to organ donation and talk to your family about your decision. A message from Indiana Donor Network and driven to save lives. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
58 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
I'm Dennis Reinbold for Dryer & Reinbold BMW, Infiniti, and Mini at I-465 in Keystone, and Dryer & Reinbold BMW, Infiniti, Subaru, and Volkswagen at US 31 South in Greenwood. For 56 years, we've been working hard to earn your continued business and grow within our communities we support. That's why we offer competitive lease or purchase options and same-day service appointments for your convenience. See all our great selection of new quality pre-owned vehicles at dryreinbold.com.
Oh, yeah. So for all the events happening in the month of May, getting ready for Carb Day, for the Indianapolis 500, over there at the Speedway Museum, tonight, 6:30 p.m., Pit Lane Unfiltered. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. You're going to have Willie T. Ribbs and Al Unser Jr. on the stage talking with the crowd. Tickets are available. You can go to the Speedway Museum site, imsmuseum.org, and get your tickets. Willie T. Ribbs and Al Unser Jr. join me right now. Willie, I'm going to start with you really quick. You've got an incredible history in racing, especially in the world of Trans Am, which is kind of unbelievable. Of course, have qualified for the Indianapolis 500 in 1991. How does this event come to you? What are you and Al going to be bringing the crowd tonight at the Speedway Museum?
Well, we are entertainment specialists. We're just not drivers, right? We're civilized, and we are going to bring them a show. And Al and I have been friends for 40 years. No, over 40 years. We were teammates when he was 19 and I was 24 or 5 in Daytona, 24 Hour for Dan Gurney. And of all the drivers that I raced against and known, Al and I are the closest. And we put on a show with each other, and the stories we've got, the projections we've got, where we're going to go with our show, Pit Lane Unfiltered, is going to be like nothing seen in racing. No drivers will entertain the way we do.
And that's going to be tonight at the Speedway Museum at 6:30. Al, Willie T is a different personality than you. I think I'm not going out on a limb to say as much. He talks about the entertainment. Are we telling stories? Are we talking about this year's 500? What's some of the subject matter that's going to get discussed?
Well, first off, good morning to you. Thanks for having us on, Tony. And, Willie is the unfiltered one, and I'm the one that needs to keep him between the walls. Okay? And so it sometimes it's a pretty big challenge, but then sometimes Willie will get me being unfiltered, which is a train wreck ready to happen. And so we love talking to each other. Like Willie said, we've got lots of stories, and we're just going to see where it goes. That's why it's called Unfiltered, because honestly, I don't even think Willie knows where it's going to go.
Talking to Al Unser Jr. and Willie T. Ribbs. So it's not just about racing, or is it stories and then where the story takes you? Like, are there other subjects people should be ready for?
Well, honestly, what I'm thinking, tomorrow or tonight, we're going to be talking about Penske's penalties. That seems to be a hot button issue right now, and I'm sure Willie has his thoughts on it. I have my thoughts on it, and also a rookie putting it on the pole. I mean, that hasn't happened since Teo Fabi in 1983, which was my rookie year. And I was pretty upset that Teo Fabi out-qualified me, because I was vying for the Rookie of the Year, and once Teo put it on the pole, my Rookie of the Year went away. It went south that fast. And so, and then we're going to be talking about old stories. We've been racing together, not as teammates or not in the same series, but racing is racing. And it doesn't matter if you're in a Trans Am or if you're in an IROC car or if you're in a sprint car or if you're in an Indy car or if you're in a Formula One, which Willie has driven more in F1 than I have. I only had a test. And so Willie's been keeping up with all the latest in F1. He's been part of the broadcast and so on. And so, there's really it's unlimited on the subjects that we're going to be covering.
Well, I got one problem.
Go ahead.
And I told you this, Al, a long time ago. Why is Roger Penske a captain still? He was a captain in high school. He should be a 5-star general now.
He's the captain.
No,
that's the difference. You know how Captain America is the Captain America?
He's 5-star general now.
He's the captain, and that outranks the 5-star general.
That is Willie T. Ribbs. That is Al Unser Jr. Tonight, Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum. You can go to imsmuseum.org and get your tickets. It was a good conversation. They're good people. It's going to be a fun night tonight as part of the month of May. And don't forget, we are porch partying this Friday for Carb Day at justaddwaterboats.com starting at 6 a.m. Oh, don't worry. I'll have the breakfast cigars just waiting for you. Snacks, giveaways. Just Add Water Boats has got everything going on. I've got more about that, but check out Willie T. Ribbs and Al Unser Jr. tonight at the Speedway Museum, imsmuseum.org. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
All right, Tony, looking at the south side, it is a crash coming in southbound 65 before South Keystone Avenue, and that's a crash blocking the left lane. Car into the interior barrier wall. That is a slow back to Troy Avenue, not quite to Raymond Street. Now on the other side of 65, as you make your way through the work zone, it is northbound 65 shy of Keystone Avenue. And this is a traffic hazard on the shoulder right now. Stop and go traffic back to Edgewood Avenue. Out by the airport, crash eastbound 70 going to Indianapolis, going to 465 there on that exit collector ramp. And the ramp is open, but it is partially blocked. No delay at the moment. Northeast side A stall. Northbound 465 at East 71st Street, blocking the right lane, causing a slowdown. In the Pike, northbound 65, crash after 71st Street, and we are slow back to 71st, and westbound 74 closed in Crawfordsville because of a vehicle fire. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives. Remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Citizens, since we each upgraded to Xfinity in our homes, the Wi-Fi has been booming. It's fair to say our town has officially become a boomtown.
Mayor, will I be able to drop into multiplayer gaming battles with low lag?
The lag won't be an issue, but your questionable skills may be.
And what if I have hundreds of devices on the Wi-Fi? Purely hypothetical.
Seems like a lot, but sure, hundreds of devices all booming together with the Xfinity Gateway. Yes, friends and neighbors, with Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
The Wi-Fi isn't the only thing that's booming. Now get the most reliable Wi-Fi and our best-in-class equipment for one consistent price for 5 years guaranteed. All in. Plus, get unlimited data included and no annual contract. All with the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New residential customers only. Select plans only. Xfinity Gateway with X5 Complete required for unlimited data except in certain areas. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024. Actual speeds vary.
Hey guys, it's Rob for my friends at We Grow Hair Indy. You know the Indy 500 is coming up. Lots of hats out there. For me, I say why wear a hat when I have hair, thanks to my friends at We Grow Hair Indy. Call my friends at We Grow Hair Indy for your free evaluation today at 317-522-2995. That's 317-522-2995. Or visit WeGrowHairIndy.com. That's WeGrowHairIndy.com to see how other people have been able to ditch their hats and get their confidence back with a brand new head of hair. Get your hairline back, whether it's multi-unit hair grafting or their Artist Robotic FUE. We Grow Hair Indy has every proven solution to restore your hair. Go to WeGrowHairIndy.com right now to get a free evaluation. WeGrowHairIndy.com. Call today, 317-522-2995. That's 317-522-2995. And tell them Rob sent you.
Hey, it's Mike Rowe, and if you want to do business with a company that actually stands for something, switch to Pure Talk. I did. Sure, I appreciate being on America's most dependable 5G network with unlimited talk and text for just $20 a month, but what I really appreciate is Pure Talk's commitment to our military and to our skilled workforce. That matters to me. Save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
Hi, Jeff Roush for Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get Lincoln's employee pricing on most all new Lincolns at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers. Get up to $20,000 off select 2024 Navigators, up to $8,000 off select 2024 Nautilus, or up to $7,000 off select 2024 Corsair at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP $105,575, Nautilus MSRP $61,995, Corsair MSRP $47,820. Offers good through May 31st, 2025. Navigators excluded from employee pricing. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Reinhardt Heating and Cooling. Kevin Reinhardt says this family-owned business has a lot of pride in their work.
Danny started the business back in 1986 here in Danville, and we take a lot of pride in the town of Danville.
with a lot of repeat customers, people that I've known basically all my life. And it's just nice to continue to do the service that they trust for over 30 years.
You can trust Reinhardt Heating and Cooling, 317-745-4526. Reinhardt is your trusted local independent American Standard dealer.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, what happened in Michigan City? Jarrett Lewis has the story of Benjamin Richie being executed. A pimp is out of business and is headed to federal prison. And what are your chances for severe weather today after Fox News? You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis in the capital city. It's 7 o'clock.
4 down, 6 to go. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. They captured another of the prisoners on the run in Louisiana.
Gary Price, he was the person who was arrested last night. He's charged with first-degree murder and was being held without bond awaiting his trial.
Fox's Nate Foy outside the Orleans Justice Center.
6 of the 10 fugitives who escaped this jail on Friday morning of last week are still out there, and these are some dangerous folks. You have 200 law enforcement officers at the local, state, and federal level all looking for these guys. And they broke out of the jail by digging a hole in the wall behind a cell toilet.
A Democrat in Congress is facing criminal charges after a clash earlier this month outside of New Jersey immigration detention facility.
Acting U.S. Attorney Alina Habba claims Congresswoman LaMonica McIver, quote, assaulted, impeded, and interfered with law enforcement when she entered an ICE detention center in New Jersey. McIver says she and 2 other members of Congress who entered the building were fulfilling our lawful oversight responsibilities. House Democratic leadership in a joint statement says there's no credible evidence for the New Jersey Democrat to face charges.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz. Now, trespassing charges that were filed against Newark Mayor Ras Baraka from that same incident have been dropped. President Trump will go to the Capitol in a few hours, trying to get House Republicans united on what he calls one big, beautiful budget bill they may vote on this week. The day after the president's phone calls with Russian leader Vladimir Putin and Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. Fox's Jared Halpern's at the White House.
President Trump says he's hopeful a ceasefire can be reached.
Very big egos involved, I tell you. Big egos involved, but I think something's going to happen. And if it doesn't, I'd just back away and they're going to have to keep going.
Still, he believes Putin is ready for peace.
I think he's had enough. This has been a long time. This has been going on for more than 3 years.
America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A cop killer takes his final breath. Rain and 58 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Your high today, 70. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. A convicted cop killer is executed by the state. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
44-year-old Benjamin Richie died by lethal injection early Tuesday morning at a state prison in Michigan City. Richie shot and killed Beech Grove police officer Bill Toney while fleeing police in a stolen vehicle in 2000. Richie's attorney, Stephen Schutt, described the moments right after his client was injected.
Mr. Richie looked up at us, smiled, and waved. Lay back down.
The execution took place at 12:46 a.m. Central Time. According to the Indiana Department of Correction, Richie's final words were, "I love my family, my friends, and all the support I've gotten. I hope they all find peace." Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Gunshots in a corner on Indianapolis's north side this morning. Cops were called to the 4100 block of Meadow Lanes right after 5 o'clock and found a man with gunshot wounds. He died at the scene. Police did detain one person. We're working to learn more. There's a chance for severe weather today.
All of central Indiana is still under a tornado threat today. So possibly later on this afternoon, this evening, there could be a severe weather watch across central Indiana, whether it be a severe thunderstorm watch or a tornado watch.
Forecaster Jason Puma at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis, he says there's a 30% chance for the 109th running of the Indianapolis 500 to see rain on Sunday. A pimp from Indianapolis is out of business and headed to prison. Here's Chris Davis.
37-year-old Christopher McDonald will be trying to figure out how he's going to get along on the inside. On the outside, he had a system. He forced young women into the sex trade, got them smoking crack and servicing as many as 10 clients per day. When they didn't kick up enough money, he'd beat them. What stopped him is his convictions this week on murder, sex trafficking, and several gun charges. charges. You can thank Indy Metro Police, the ATF, and the IRS for stomping out that operation like a cigarette on a sidewalk. Only his ember will shine no more. Sentencing later. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Millions of people in the United States will travel as they get ready for Memorial Day. Here's Jake McDaniel.
We're expecting of that 45 million people, about 970,000 are also going to be traveling just from Indiana.
AAA spokesperson Christina Griffiths says most people are going to be driving as they are getting away for Memorial Day. She says the amount of people traveling has gone back up again.
2020 was when those numbers dropped because people were staying home because of COVID, and now we're finally surpassing those 2019 numbers.
Griffiths says the top destinations for this Memorial Day weekend are Orlando, Seattle, and more. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You may have seen the viral video of a Pacers fan being pelted with trash in New York City as he was wearing a Pacers jersey. Guard Tyrese Halliburton had a chance to catch up with that fan. His name is Hans Perez. They spoke on the Pat McAfee Morning Show.
All the team's excited to meet you. It's all we've been talking about. Everybody's seen the video. So, man, we want to bring you out here. And, yeah, man, I'm really excited about that.
And that was the Pat McAfee Show, on ESPN. I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level on the Go and at WIBC.com. At 7:05, traffic on the fives. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? We are looking at the east side. The intersection of 21st and Ritter is shut down because of a crash involving a school bus. That, according to Wish TV. Again, the intersection, Ritter Avenue 21st, closed for the moment. And we look at the south side. It is a crash southbound 65 before Keystone Avenue. Car into the wall. Left lane is blocked. No delay. We do have a slowdown. And northbound 65 slows from Edgewood Avenue up to South Keystone Avenue. And then stop and go traffic through the lane reductions and from Raymond Street up to the south split. Northeast side crash, northbound 465 at East 71st Street. That's the right lane block traffic stop and go back to Penn Pike. Pike Township crash, northbound 65 after West 71st Street. It blocks the shoulder, causing a little bit of a slowdown. No delay at the moment. And in Crawfordsville, westbound 74 closed at State Road 47 because of a vehicle fire. Traffic stopped past State Road 32. Traffic sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance can protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, RV, and more. In short, a lot of things. Bundle today at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, good morning. We are starting off with some soggy conditions out there, some light to moderate rain, even a few pockets of heavy rain this morning. I think we'll get a little bit of a break right around the lunch hour, and then another line of showers and thunderstorms are possible later this afternoon. Timing between about 2 and 9 p.m. will be a good chance of some thunderstorms to roll through. Could get some gusty winds from this, maybe a little bit of hail. The tornado threat is low, but it's not zero. High temperatures today into the upper 60s. Tonight, those scattered showers and thunderstorms, they will end early. We'll go with mostly cloudy skies overnight, lows dropping to 60. A cooler day on Wednesday, mainly cloudy. Could see maybe a few light, spotty showers here or there, mid-60s. And the coolest day of the work week, Thursday, highs only near 60.
Now, of course, the real question is first Friday, Carb Day, where we will be at Just Add Water Boats in Indianapolis, and you are invited. You can be out there with us. Just bring the camera guy. I don't know. Is that Todd? You bring Todd. I don't know his name, but we'll call him Todd. And bring Todd.
Okay, Todd. Yeah. Yep.
And then you can be out there, and we'll be out there. We'll be smoking cigars together and doing the whole thing. We've got giveaways and snacks and all sorts of good stuff. That's till 9 a.m. And then, of course, we got Hammer and Nigel at the track starting at 3 p.m. And we've got a nice day there. What about race day? What is with the rain?
Yes. Okay. So right now it looks like that there is a chance of showers, but I think the greatest chance of showers looks like it'll be in the southern part of the state for your Sunday. So that's something we're going to continue to watch the track of the system, of course, and watch the track as well, right? But right now it looks like south of Indianapolis we'll see the chance of some rain.
So we feel pretty good about the Indianapolis 500.
I'm going to continue to stay positive and kind of continue to say that we're hoping that the rain stays to the south of Indianapolis on Sunday.
That is Tara Hastings saying, "You never know." That's what she's saying. Wish
There's
TV.
a chance, yes.
Wish TV meteorologist, and possibly we'll see her for the porch party of porch parties, the kickoff to Carb Day at Just Add Water Boats on South Franklin in Indianapolis. I will be there. You will be there. Matt Baer will be there. He may be wearing pants.
Oh, yes. I hope
And
so.
now Tara Hastings will be there.
I'll get with Todd, the photographer.
Right, get with Todd. Camera guy
Yep, I'm on
Todd.
it.
Make
Camera
that
guy
happen.
tight. Yes.
Appreciate you, Tara. I'm going to work.
You bet.
58 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:10.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Absolute Comfort, your American Standard Mitsubishi electric ductless mini splits dealer.
Of course, the 500 is the story. And so is the drama. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Penske gets the punishment. And I will state that I think there are a lot of people unwilling to speak very clearly to Roger Penske. Do I think Roger Penske ordered his team to cheat? Absolutely not. Do I consider it cheating? Absolutely I do. But Roger Penske has an issue. This isn't the first time. This is the second time, the third time. If you were at Tales at the Track or Tales from the Track last night, presented by Relay Indiana and Jack Daniels with Hammer and Nigel and Graham Rahal was laying it out on the line. Team Penske has done this multiple times. This is a problem. Modifying the attenuator, which, as Jake Query very ably pointed out, is what helps absorb impact and absorb energy so it doesn't transfer to the tub where the driver is. So in any level of accident, it's keeping the driver safer. And there's a gap between that and the body. And Penske filled the gap, trying to get a little more aerodynamic, maybe save any possibility of time. You know, anything you can do to save a millisecond, you're going to do. Except it's not allowed. And not only did they do it to two cars, the Will Power car and the Joseph Newgarden car, they did it to Joseph Newgarden's car last year. It's sitting in the IMS museum with this part that was kind of fused together. And so now you wonder, did Joseph Newgarden actually win this thing? Which is a horrible thing to think. I mean, far worse for Pato O'Ward, who came in second. Doug Bowles clearly took the time Sunday to study what had happened and said, this is leaving these two guys where they are in the race is not enough. So they have been moved to the back of the pack. If you take a look at the starting grid, the last row, row 11, is Rinus VeeKay, Joseph Newgarden, and Will Power. Newgarden and Will Power got moved to the back of the pack. What did they know? What did they not know? I don't know. And I have a hard time putting it on the drivers themselves. Except, this is the final pass, guys. I've got nothing against either guy. But anything else goes on with a Team Penske vehicle, you are going to get looked at. There are no more passes. No, hey, I'm not sure what they did to the car here. No. It won't work. You had penalties that have come because of this. Not only dropped to the back of the field, you lost your qualifying points. Both teams were fined $100,000. The strategists suspended. These guys are going to miss the Indy 500 for the second consecutive year. And no one yet has said out loud, Roger Penske, you can own the series or you can own a team, but you can't do both. Sir, I don't know you. You can own the series or you can own the team, but you can't do both. It's an outrageously bad look. and you're the one looking bad. All the incredible work you've done for this track, for this city, for this race, for this series, it's not worth ruining. There's a problem. You can own the team or you can own the series, but you cannot do both. And if this isn't the proof that you have to make a decision, and there has to be layers between you and the team, not only layers, you can't be involved in the team. I don't know what to tell you, sir. It's a problem. It's an ugly look. And eventually, it will turn people away because they won't trust the product that's on the track. I believe Doug Bowles made an incredibly tough and incredibly right decision. Maybe it should have even been a little bit stronger. But this now goes to Roger Penske and what his group has allowed, the pressure that they have allowed to be put upon him. The look that they have put upon him. And now it's up to Roger to make that call. We're going to talk more about it. Right now, Matt Baer has traffic.
All right, Tony, East 21st Street at Ritter. That intersection is closed right now because of a crash involving a school bus, so we need to avoid that. Also, watch out for flooding as you make your way around the metro area, especially at the viaducts. Southbound 65 before Keystone, car into the wall. Left lane blocked, traffic slow back to the south split. Northeast side, northbound 465, breakdown in the right lane. That has a slow pass to Penn Pike, and your delay time on northbound 465 is 10 minutes to make it through that stretch before Penn Pike up to East 71st Street. Pike Township, northwest side, crash northbound 65 after West 71st Street. It's on the shoulder, no delay. Traffic sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance can protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, RV, and more. Insure a lot of things. Bundle today at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. I'm Matt Baer. Traffic on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
If you love spring in Indy but hate the paint, do what Lynn did. She called Rhino Shield.
It is a single-wide manufactured home. We moved from our home, which we had the Rhino Shield on. Rhino Shield was what we were going to do. That was no question. We knew we were going to do it.
Rhino Shield's a ceramic coating. It's not paint, it's better.
The Rhino Shield representative came, and we discussed what we wanted done. And this time, we had the roof done as well.
Now, you can have the 25-year guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
Even the people that have been a little younger than us have said they don't have to worry about getting just an everyday painter because Rhino Shield has the 25-year warranty, and we truly believe in this product.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino!
Paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Now through Monday, it's our tariff-free Made in the USA sale. Save 50% on Lazy Boy, Smith Brothers, and Flex Steel. Save up to $800 on mattresses, and we guarantee you the lowest price on Berlin Gardens and Pollywood Outdoor Furniture. Up to 4 years interest-free financing, extra discounts for cash, and free delivery. Sale ends Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
It's the Bash Sale, the biggest automotive sale in history. Your local Bill Estes dealerships are coming in hot with deals on trucks you don't want to miss. We have a huge selection of trucks at one easy online stop. Brand new Chevy, Ford, GMC, Jeep, Ram, and Toyota trucks with a massive pre-owned selection too. Plus, our fair and direct upfront pricing means what you see is what you pay. Shift into savings during the Bash Sale, only at Bill Estes dealerships, and drive away in your dream truck today. Online at BillEstesTrucks.com.
Getting ready for the popcorn moment, brought to you by Booher Remodeling, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. You need a place for that popcorn, like a home theater? Booher has got you covered. How about a kitchen where you can make the popcorn and not the microwave stuff? I'm talking about taking the time on the stove top. That's Booher as well, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. If that old kitchen is deteriorating, if it's broken down, now is the perfect time to get that kitchen going. It could be ready for the holidays. You should talk to Booher Remodeling today. It's less expensive to remodel than to move, and you can create a better return on investment on your property, not only increasing the value of your home, but the value of your life, because every day you get to utilize this new kitchen, entertain in this new kitchen, enjoy this new kitchen, your kitchen, the one you've been thinking about, the one you've been wanting. The 5-step process from Booher Remodeling, from start to finish, from the consultation through the construction, means you know exactly what's going on every step of the way, and you end up with exactly what you were looking for. The best materials, the most skilled craftsmen in central Indiana, and they stand behind their work with a 2-year workmanship guarantee. Booher Remodeling delivers quality work on time with a service-oriented attitude. Talk to Booher Remodeling today. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling, 852-5546, or online at Booher, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe. Then grab your popcorn, because there is more. Bernie Sanders is on Andrew Schultz's podcast. He's a comic. And they're on a podcast. Now, all of a sudden, he's Mr. Honesty.
The hatred that we felt in 2016, 2020 from the Democratic establishment. I'll give you an example. We would do rallies, and we have thousands of people, often young people of color coming out, working class people coming out. They were great, full of energy.
Before anything, producer Carl, finger on the dump button just in case I missed anything.
Yeah. And then we go to Democratic Party events. There'd be a few hundred people, mostly older, whiter, wealthier. And you saw the clash. And the establishment did not want to open the door. They hated the idea. But all these people whose hands were a little bit dirty, who didn't have PhDs or weren't wealthy, imagine walking in. It's my party, man. You ain't getting in.
Yes.
We will fight you in the most ruthless ways that we can. And that's the struggle. Are they going to open the door, or are they prepared to lose elections, literally, and maintain the status quo? Go down with the Titanic. So
that's a very honest assessment of the Democratic Party and how closed-minded they are. Now, he's not getting, of course, into his own bigotries, getting into the bigotries of the party, which brings us to the questioning and the line here from Andrew Schultz, who shamefully, I think, still might refer to himself as a Democrat. I'm not quite sure why. But it is at least engaging honestly here, and I should respect the honesty, and I do listen.
And we felt that over the last 4 elections, Democrats, we felt that we didn't have a say on who could be president. We talk a lot about the Republicans being autocrats and oligarchs and taking over democracy, but from the Democrat perspective, and I'm a lifelong Democrat, I felt like the Democratic Party completely removed the democratic process from its constituents. And I think they need to have some accountability of that.
No argument here.
I donated for you. I mean, I wanted you to, like, 2016. I was like, this is going to happen. This guy's going to do it, and it felt like they stole it from me. And I'll be honest, it broke my heart when you supported him.
Look, but you have, in the world that I live in, you got a choice. And I mean, a lot of people, including my wife, agree with you. But, you know, you're down to a choice. Is it going to be Hillary Clinton or is it going to be Donald Trump? Not a great choice.
But it ended up being him anyway, so why don't we burn it down?
Well, because it's easy to say burning it down means that children are not going to have, you know, food to eat, that the schools will deteriorate, people will not have health care.
I got it.
And I'm an elected official. I got to represent the people.
That's fair.
And I can't turn my back on.
But then could we not also say if ostensibly there hasn't been a fair primary for the Democrats since 2008, are they not also a threat to democracy? Yes. We often hear.
Fair enough. That is, yeah, I'm not going to argue with that point.
First, the admission that there hasn't been a fair primary. I think it was Hassan Minhaj who was asking, no, that wasn't. Oh, what is his name? Oh, it's killing me. It's another, I'll remember his name. I'll get it to you. Asking the question there at the end. There hasn't been an honest primary for the Democratic Party since 2008. That's something. It's also true. It's also true. But I heard something kind of incredible in this, and I don't know if you caught this like I did. And it was the idea of why don't you just burn it down? Right? Because we lost anyway. Listen.
Ported them. Look, but you have, in the world that I live in, you got a choice. And I mean, a lot of people, including my wife, agree with you. But, you know, you're down to a choice. Is it going to be Hillary Clinton or is it going to be Donald Trump? Not a great choice.
But it ended up being him anyway, so why don't we burn it down?
Well, because it's easy to say burning it down means that children are not going to have, you know, food to eat, that the schools will deteriorate, people will not have health care.
You know who gave that same exact answer? I mean, different words, but same answer. Micah Beckwith, when asked the question by Rob Kendall. Oh, go back and listen. If I'm lying, I'm crying. Matt Bear has traffic.
North side crash, westbound 465 before 865. It is a crash, and it's blocking the right lane. Stop and go traffic past Michigan Road, a 4-minute delay. Inbound 69, stop and go traffic from 116th Street down to 465. That's a delay of 6 minutes. On the northeast side, a breakdown. Northbound 465 at East 71st Street. It's a breakdown blocking the far right lane, causing stop and go traffic to I-70. Puts us on a delay of 13 minutes. Inbound 70 slow from Shadeland Avenue to Emerson Avenue, then stop and go traffic to Rural. On the south side, crash, car into the wall, southbound 65 shy of Keystone Avenue. That blocks the left lane. It slows down traffic, but causes no delay. Northbound 65 slow from Edgewood past 465, and then again through the construction after South Keystone Avenue up to the south split. Those lane restrictions in place until the end of next year. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
You want to go to the Indy 500? We've got 2 tickets to the Indy 500. The 7th caller is getting 2 tickets to the Indianapolis 500 presented by Gamebridge. 317-239-9393. 2 tickets to the Indy 500. I'll be out there on Pagoda Plaza with JMV, giving you all the pre-race coverage. You will be enjoying the race courtesy of us. 2 tickets to the Indy 500, 317-239-9393. The 7th caller sounds good. Number 7. Call now.
Hey, it's Casey from the Kendall and Casey Show, and YouTube has dropped its first ever podcast chart. Did Kendall and Casey make the top 100? Jerry Lopez fills in for Rob. Join us Tuesday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
You have just experienced a whole bunch of rain. The question is, can your roof handle it? Can it? Yes or no? That's why you need Moss Roofing. MOSS. Moss Roofing offers the free inspections. So if you've got a small leak or you got something bigger, you've got a team that can assess the damage and provide reliable, cost-effective solutions. Because it could just be something small, but if you don't take care of it, that small little leak can lead to mold and rot and expensive structural damage. Moss Roofing. They're free inspections. They will get up there, take a look at everything, and give you all of your options. Do not wait for a minor drip to turn into major repairs. For top-notch roofing services, trust Moss Roofing to keep you dry, not only this spring and summer, but fall and winter as well. Moss Roofing, 317-747-3665. 317-747-3665. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. Moss Roofing, 747-3665, or online at Moss, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com.
You probably have a dream retirement in mind, but do you know how to get there? The difference between dreaming and living your ideal retirement comes down to having the right plan. And that's where Howard Bailey Financial can help. At Howard Bailey Financial, we've created a free retirement toolkit to help you bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. Text DREAM to 888-262-1104 to download your free retirement toolkit that includes a retirement checklist, Social Security decisions guide, estate planning guide, and more. We want your dream retirement to be your reality. And it starts by texting DREAM to 888-262-1104. Let us help you take the next step toward the retirement of your dreams. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The chance you'll see tornadoes, rain, and 54 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Your high today is 70. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31.
So from the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma, they've placed us under a slight risk for severe weather in central Indiana today. So that is a Category 2 of risk level. So it's not the highest, not the lowest.
Forecaster Jason Puma at the National Weather Service.
Just because it's a lower number on the severe scale, it just doesn't mean that there won't be severe weather. It certainly means that we are expecting severe weather, but it's just probably not going to be as widespread or a large outbreak.
Puma says the rain we're getting right now will let up in a few hours, but it's coming back this afternoon, and that's when you could expect the rough weather to roll in. Another inmate who escaped from a New Orleans prison last week has been captured.
That includes 21-year-old Gary C. Price, arrested outside a vacant New Orleans home. And according to local reports, Price was charged with first-degree murder before escaping the jail.
That's Fox's Ashley Strohmeyer.
One of the 6 fugitives that remain on the loose was convicted of second-degree murder and was awaiting sentencing. Law enforcement officials think they could be anywhere. As time ticks on, law enforcement is increasing the reward for information that leads to the capture of the inmates. That reward now stands at $20,000 per fugitive.
And the Orleans Parish Sheriff blames defective locks for the escape and suggests that this could have been an inside job. All 4 people from a Fort Wayne train in Ohio that were hit Sunday have been accounted for. Here's Chris Davis.
About noon Monday, the body of the 5-year-old girl who was with her family when they were hit by a train on a trestle in Fremont, Ohio, was found under the bridge in the Sandusky River.
We believe that the family was here for a fishing trip. I do not have any details on whether they were fishing at that time. I do not believe so.
Fremont Mayor Danny Sanchez.
In my opinion, it is not common for pedestrians to be there, and there are clearly marked no trespassing signs there.
The 2 other people killed were 58 and 38-year-old women. A 14-month-old is in the hospital. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
In Michigan City, Indiana this morning.
Mr. Richie looked up at us, smiled, and waved. Lay back down.
That's Benjamin Richie's attorney speaking to the media outside the Indiana State Prison where his client was executed.
A few seconds later, he was speaking. It was clear he was speaking though he was lying down. His left arm fist was clenching.
Richie died at 12:46 a.m. Central Time, almost 25 years after he shot and killed Beech Grove police officer Bill Toney for a stolen car chase back in 2000. It looks like direct peace talks between Russia and Ukraine could be on the horizon. In a post on Truth Social, President Trump said his call yesterday with Vladimir Putin about the war went very well. Sports on WIBC brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indiana Pacers have won their last 3 playoff series against the New York Knicks, including last year's Game 7 victory in the semifinals. But head coach Rick Carlisle says the Knicks are a different team now.
They have more weapons, and they've maintained their rebounding. So when you add Bridges and you add Towns, I mean, those are 2 long-range, mid-range, at-the-rim threats.
And the series starts tomorrow in New York, where the Pacers won Game 7 last year. Tip-off at 8 o'clock. 2 Team Penske drivers were pushed to the back of the Indy 500 lineup after their cars failed inspection for illegal parts. Joseph Newgarden and Will Power. Will Powers will start 32nd and 33rd. Driver Kristen Lundgaard speaking with Wish TV Monday.
I think it's nice to see that they were at least put at the back of the field. I think a lot of us feel strongly that they should have, and instead of just being pushed back to the end of the top 12.
The 109th running of the Indianapolis 500 this Sunday on 93 WIBC. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:35, traffic on the 5s. What are you watching for us this morning, Matt Bear?
Ryan, you mentioned this is 21st at Ritter on the east side, and that intersection is closed because of a crash, and please continue to avoid. Now on the north side, I have a report. We're getting reports of hydroplanes, so please be mindful of that as you make your way to work this morning. But on the north side, crash westbound 465 before 865. It's blocking the right lane, and we're jammed up now. Back to Ditch Road with a delay time of 9 minutes. Northeast side stalled. Northbound 465 at East 71st Street. That's in the right lane, causing stop-and-go traffic. Back to I-74, a delay time of 18 minutes. Inbound 70, stop and go, especially bad around Shadeland Avenue, and then we start to grind again from Arlington Avenue to Emerson Avenue. South side crash southbound Keystone Avenue. Let's say southbound I-65 before South Keystone Avenue. That is a crash car into the wall. The left lane is blocked, no delay. Northbound 65 slow through the construction before 465 up to the south split. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This May, you can be a hero at the finish line. Say yes to organ donation and talk to your family about your decision. A message from Indiana Donor Network and driven to save lives. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now is 7:37.
Watching your parents get older is something you never get used to. You know it's going to happen, but it still doesn't seem right, especially when the time comes to consider moving a parent into a nursing home. It's a hard decision for you and them, and when that's the right choice, there's the added stress of what to do with the house. Simple Quarters understands and can help relieve some of that stress. They're a Christian company who is compassionate about what you and your parent are going through. They can help with the logistics of selling the home. They'll buy it as is, no need for repairs, cleaning, staging, or showings. No catch. It's one less thing for you to worry about. Simple Quarters, a Christian company dedicated to helping families through life's transitions. If you're facing the challenge of selling a home due to a loved one moving into an assisted living or nursing home, call Simple Quarters at 317-900-HOME. That's 317-900-HOME. Or go to simplequarters.com.
Everyone's talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like your neighbor Jerry.
When we first started looking for different options, we went to the internet. Really, we did choose Galaxy, and definitely happy that we did. We first had our front porch and our pool deck done. Decided we loved it so much, we had them out about 10, 11 months later to finish up and do our back porch.
Commercial or residential, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
The crews at Galaxy were great. They actually cared about my property, very punctual, knowledgeable, and just a great group of workers.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings works for any area like patios, garage floors, driveways, and around pools.
I'm 100% satisfied. It's not slippery and it's not hot. I was very impressed with the product. It's amazing that I don't burn my feet and my 6-year-old doesn't fall.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com and remember to like us on Facebook, GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com. We are out of this world.
This May, you can be a hero at the finish line. Say yes to organ donation and talk to your family about your decision. A message from Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives.
Heat and cool your man cave, attic, garage, or bonus room without adding ductwork with Mitsubishi Electric ductless mini splits.
To find out more, just go to absolutecomfort.org.
Whenever I'm out a wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace, I'm told this is art. It's not. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. The marketplace brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It is your cash. Go get it. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Get your cash. Today, during downtime, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do next on the show. Clearing my head. I'm on Facebook Marketplace. Odd stuff, strange stuff, interesting stuff, weird stuff, all sorts of stuff. It's all there on the marketplace. I've bought, I've sold, I've done all the things. And this, I'm told, is wall art, Matt Bear.
Yeah.
Wall art. You hear me?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah, I posted it over there. If you follow me on Twitter X at Tony Katz, I posted an image. This is a gold tattoo arm art piece. It's basically a mannequin's arm that has been all tatted up or just drawings on it, and someone is selling it. They took the tattoo, the mannequin arm, they spray painted it gold, they painted the fingernails, not creepy at all. And then they tattooed it. Nope, the opposite of that.
Thank you, Carl.
The opposite of that. More like that.
There we go.
More. And then they're selling it to you right now. According to the description, funky art or wall hanging piece. This is a gold painted mannequin arm with classic tattoo styling, triple seal coated, measuring about 30 inches long. Local pickup in the East Broad Ripple Glendale area off 62nd. Will ship. Buyer pays $60 for shipping costs. The arm itself is $70.
It's very sexy.
It is?
Yeah, I like this. If a woman presented herself with this kind of tattoo, you would not like that. Say you were single. You know, this is not your thing.
If she presented this arm, it was like, check this out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if she, not like she was holding the arm herself, like
right.
waving it in the air, like, yeah, this is my flag, like actually had the tattoo on her arm, you know.
Oh, she had the tattoo.
Yeah.
Are you a tattoo guy? Are you into tattoos?
I am. I do like it a lot. I like the art. I like it when it's well done. And this looks well done. Now, granted, it's a mannequin and less, you know, I mean, his arm is attached to somebody. It doesn't do me any good. But, plastic or not, Tony. I mean, but yeah, I do like it. I do like it very much.
Yeah,
so.
I am not a tattoo guy. I mean, if people want to get them, it's fine by me. I'm just not. The chat room there on the live stream was wondering, well, why I don't have tattoos, and someone has decided they should really tattoo my face on their back. And I'm like, you shouldn't do that. You should not.
I think that'd be so much fun.
You should not do that. If you're going to tattoo any face on your back, it should be Nigel's, because as you get older, it'll look age appropriate for him.
I just think that's mean.
Yeah, it's a little mean,
hurts me
but
inside. That's mean, man.
I'm going with it. Point is, tattooed arm piece, art piece. First of all, not creepy to you?
No. I think this is cool. I like this a lot. I would put this on my wall.
$70. Are you going to buy it?
No. No,
Really?
my property taxes went up again. I can't afford it.
Oh. Damn you, Braun.
Come on.
You're keeping the arts from the people. It is there at Facebook Marketplace. You can check it out for yourself because we've got a listing of all the Marketplace goods there at WIBC.com. Much more to get to. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Now is the time to be looking for that new home. You know that. It is true. This is the selling season. But some homes, they're staying on the market. Hiring an expert who can maximize your equity, minimize the hassle, that's the key. That's why you need Mark Dietel. Perhaps you're worried about, with a challenging market, you won't sell your home for the price that it's worth. Mark Dietel is the real estate expert, trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. And you just pick your move date. No long-term contracts you can cancel anytime you want. David in Martinsville said, we bought our dream property and had to sell our old place with land by the end of the year to avoid a big tax hit. We had an agent friend who gave us no activity for months. Worried? We turned to Mark Dietel to save us. Mark's team took over, marketed our property like pros, and got our property sold in plenty of time. Call the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended. The agent who guarantees your home sold or he'll buy it. He's a good guy. You're going to love talking to Mark. Mark Dietel, 317-755-4232. Get all the details or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com. Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
On the north side, this is a crash westbound 465 before 865. Far right lane is closed. Traffic stop and go. Back to Meridian Street, US 31 for a delayed time. Of about 11 minutes. Also a crash on the northwest side. This is at 38th Street at Lafayette Road, and we have reports of hydroplaning, so please watch out today. Inbound 69, looking at a delay of 8 minutes from 116th Street to 465. An earlier stall that is cleared on the northeast side has a slow from 71st Street back to I-70 on northbound 465. Again, that stall is cleared. Inbound 70 slow off 465 to Arlington Avenue, and again through the north split to Meridian Penn. On the south side, northbound 65 grinding through the construction after South Keystone Avenue up to a south split. Also a reminder that on the east side, 21st Street at Ritter Avenue is closed because of a crash involving a school bus. Ryan Hedrick with more coming up at 8:02 from the WIBC Newsroom. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This May, you can be a hero at the finish line. Say yes to organ donation and talk to your family about your decision. A message from Indiana Donor Network and driven to save lives. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
Hi, Jeff Roush for Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get Lincoln's employee pricing on most all new Lincolns at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers. Get up to $20,000 off select 2024 Navigators, up to $8,000 off select 2024 Nautilus, or up to $7,000 off select 2024 Corsair at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP 105,575, Nautilus MSRP 6195, Corsair MSRP 47,820. Offers good through May 31st, 2025. Navigators excluded from employee pricing. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Pat Sullivan here for Gutter Helmet. Are you still putting screens on your gutters? If the holes are too big, debris gets in, and you're still cleaning your gutters. If the holes are too small, it sits on top, and now you're cleaning the screens. I have Gutter Helmet on my home, and it has no holes, slots, or screens. It keeps the debris out and the water in. Since 1981, Gutter Helmet has been America's #1 choice for gutter protection. Right now, Gutter Helmet is offering a 19% discount, plus, get this, 12 months no interest financing if paid in full within 12 months. Give them a call at 800-5HELMET, that's 800-5HELMET, to schedule a free estimate. 19% off restrictions apply and cannot be combined with other offers. Call Gutter Helmet today at 800-5HELMET or go to gutterhelmetindy.com and never clean your gutters again.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
It's the strongest hearts that remind us to cherish the moments. It's the grandmas who made us sit up straighter, the grandpas who showed us old records, and the parents who were embarrassingly loud at our games. It's those hearts that are anything but ordinary. Caring for extraordinary hearts for decades, Franciscan Health knows heart care is more than just a name on a chart. It's somebody who shaped your whole life. Heal your heart today at franciscanhealth.org/heartcare.
This May, be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives reminds you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV.
A word from Progressive Insurance. Life can be hard, so Progressive makes bundling your home and auto easy. Hope that helps. Learn more at progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Check out what's going on with 93 WIBC.
This Saturday is one of the nation's biggest parades, the AES 500 Festival Parade. And the WIBC Home and Garden Show will bring you all the action live. Don't miss this Indy tradition.
Something you knew was going to come because people don't know how to control themselves in any way, shape, or form was that with Robert Schwartzman winning the poll for the Indy 500, people would learn that he was born in Tel Aviv, and the next thing you know, you'd see protests because Israel brings out the protesters. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. It was weird. I was getting text messages after Schwartzman took the poll, and someone sent me a text that says, "Congratulations to your countrymen." And I had to text back, "You know I'm an American, right? I'm Jewish. I'm a Zionist. I'm not Israeli. I'm an American. I was born and I will die an American." That's the way this one is going. I think I have a pretty good understanding of my life. I guess it was sweet. So I was like, okay, thank you. But you understand what's what. Don't ever confuse the issues. But you knew it would come. You knew it would come. And then they're doing the press conference and someone's asking about, what do you think about the war between Israel and Gaza? First of all, wrong structure. What do you think about the Hamas terrorists who murdered 1,200 people and then raped women and kidnapped children and killed children and still holds hostages over a year and a half later? What do you think about that? That's the question. Because the answer to that is destroy Hamas. Of course it is. All rational people believe this. Then there is a group called Jewish Voice for Palestine. Actually, Jewish Voice for Peace, but what they believe in is eradicating Israel. These people claim to be Jewish. I'm not going to tell them that they can't claim it. What I'm going to tell you is these ain't my people and they don't represent me worth a damn. And I take heat for when I bring up Israel. It's not every day. But people who want to give me a problem for talking about these things want to give me a problem. You understand, I am the largest, I am the Jewish voice of the state. I mean, guys, if I don't want to be, it doesn't matter. Nobody's bigger. Herb Simon should be bigger. He doesn't talk about these things. I do. I'm it. In the world of media, there is no one else. There's me alone. And I'm not trying to denigrate other people. I'm stating a fact. So when I say things, there's more people pay attention to it, and more people comment on it, more people come after me for it. I can't spend any time worrying about it at all. If I'll get fired for it one day or whatever, nothing matters. If you were to go through the entirety of what I talk about a lot of things. This group, a Jewish Voice for Peace, which has nothing to do with being Jewish and absolutely supports Hamas, is going to now have a gathering during the Indy 500 parade. Now, maybe they were going to do this anyway, or maybe they're doing this because Schwartzman wins the poll. They're going to gather faith leaders and and say that Israel should stop starving Gaza. The only people starving in Gaza are the Israeli hostages, you lying, despicable, low-life frauds. You're frauds. I should send you crazy glue so you can reattach your foreskins. Because this is not a Jewish position. No one's starving. That's a lie. If food doesn't get to people, that's the fault of Hamas. Why is it never about Hamas with you disgusting people? And you're disgusting. And so, by the way, are many of the faith leaders of Indianapolis, who on October 7th happened, they were nowhere to be seen. They wouldn't condemn Hamas. No, they had to wait until the moment built to say, that Israel's responding inappropriately. Screw them. I wasn't planning on going to the parade. Now it's clear. I've got one arm. I got a bum arm right now on my left arm. It's healing nicely, but it's going to take time. I got to go. Because these people need to be counter-protested. These people need to be shunned and ashamed of themselves. They need to be pushed to the side. Free and thinking people believe that you don't support terrorists. And you don't bring it into the Indy 500. Let the guys race, for the love of the Lord. But if you're going to bring this in, I'm going to push back. And I'm telling you right now, if Sunday morning, during this show, I got to bring every Jewish person at the track to the WIBC table, we'll start doing Sunday morning services, the whole thing. I don't want any of it. I just want to be left alone and watch the race. But I'm not going to let these people have any say or sway in the state of Indiana. Nah. Just let the race be the race already. Matt Bear has traffic.
North side crash westbound 465 before 865, blocking right lane, stopping traffic to Meridian. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV. I'm Matt Bear. Traffic on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Applied Innovation has made a lot of IT directors happy with their managed print services offering. Listen to a few of them talk about Applied Innovation. Chris Pfeiffer, IT Director for Doran Mayhew.
So we were able to reduce the number of machines that we use, but increase their capacity. And then basically we cut our managed print services bill in half by doing that.
Applied Innovation customer Linda Philly Watson, Director of IT at LaSalle Bristol.
The devices are well managed, they're well maintained, well supported, and that's less time for me. More time for me to spend on other projects, on other priorities.
Applied Innovation customer Craig Gilliam, IT Director for Suncoast Skin Solutions.
I think it's just the simplicity of everything. They're quick, fast, and so if you need any help, they're on the spot.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
Masters Heating and Cooling is ready to make sure you are cool and comfortable all summer long. They took great care of my system, and they can help you make sure that everything is ready to go to ensure a nice, comfortable summer and then a very comfortable winter. I've worked with their general manager, David, numerous times, and it has always been a pleasure. And right now, you can get $500 off a new AC system. And if you've worked with Masters before and you've spent more than $500 on AC repairs in the last year, you can apply that amount as a credit towards a new system as well. Masters Heating and Cooling makes it easy. They've got flexible financing options and 24/7 service, so no matter what your issue, Masters Heating and Cooling is right there to take care of you and your family. Give Masters Heating and Cooling a call. 317-567-9505. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-567-9505. Or request service online at mastersindy.com. mastersindy.com. It's now open. PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse in Brownsburg, right in front of Premier Arms on Green Street. You got to see the selection. Newly expanded, the gold, the diamonds, the silver, the gemstones, the local artists, and of course, that watch collection. Guys, you got to trust me on this one right here. PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse in Brownsburg, 317-456-4010. That's 456-4010. Or find them online at pajewelers.jewelry. That's pajewelers.jewelry.
What is 988? It's a way forward. It's a listening ear. It's whatever help you need, when you need it. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline offers trained crisis specialists ready to talk to you 24/7. If you or someone you love is experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis in their life, call or text 988. Want more information? Visit 988indiana.org.
Hey, it's Mike Rowe, and if you want to do business with a company that actually stands for something, switch to Pure Talk. I did. Sure, I appreciate being on America's most dependable 5G network with unlimited talk and text for just $20 a month. But what I really appreciate is Pure Talk's commitment to our military and to our skilled workforce. That matters to me. Save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something. Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed mold, mildew, bowing walls, or water in your basement? I hope not, but if you have, your basement is losing the war against groundwater. That's where Indiana Foundation Service comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Schedule your free inspection at indianafoundation.com/row.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, a cop killer is executed this morning. Severe weather chances increase for the Indianapolis area, and what the Indiana Pacers are doing for a lucky fan. Those stories and more after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis on a rainy morning. It's 8 o'clock.
President Trump will soon go to the Capitol. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, to meet with House Republicans and urge them to unite around what he calls one big, beautiful budget bill.
If we don't get it, that means the Democrats will have stopped us, and that means people will get a 68% tax increase, the largest in history.
The bill would extend the 2017 Trump tax cuts. It's a big part of it, but some want changes.
Blue state Republicans want higher caps on state and local tax or SALT deductions. Speaker Johnson is saying we are continuing to work on it. It is not a final resolution yet, but I think we're getting very close. President Trump seems to just want to get it over with today. He is going to leave ahead of a 9 a.m. closed-door meeting on Capitol Hill as the clock ticks towards this deadline that Republicans set for themselves to get the big, beautiful bill passed by Monday.
Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House. Democrats warn spending cuts in the bill will take away health coverage and food assistance for some Americans in need. A Democratic Congresswoman, LaMonica McIver, facing criminal charges, accused of assaulting and interfering with law enforcement in a clash with federal immigration agents at a New Jersey detention center earlier this month. Border czar Tom Homan just told Fox,
"You certainly can't put hands on an ICE agent. So, you know, she's going to have to pay the consequences for doing what she did. She broke the law, and we're going to hold her accountable."
Congresswoman McIver claims ICE agents escalated it, and they've distorted her actions, calling the charges purely political. Israel went after Hamas again overnight with airstrikes that Palestinians say killed at least 60 people. Britain, France, and Canada are urging the Israelis to halt this new offensive.
They say the level of human suffering is intolerable, with aid agencies warning of famine among Gaza's 2 million-plus population. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu yesterday allowed 9 trucks carrying aid to enter.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. They've captured another fugitive in New Orleans, a man who was jailed for murder. He was one of 10 who broke out last Friday, 6 others on the run. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A lawyer for a cop killer reacting after his client is executed. Heavy rain, 54 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Your high today, 70. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 8:02. Execution is finished for convicted cop killer Benjamin Richie. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
The final moments of Benjamin Ritchie's life, as described by his attorney, Stephen Schutt, right before he was executed by lethal injection.
A few seconds later, he was speaking. It was clear he was speaking, though he was lying down. His left arm fist was clenching.
Schutt says Richie briefly twitched and then went still. His execution happening Tuesday morning at 12:46 Central Time in a Michigan City State prison. Richie shot and killed Beech Grove police officer Bill Toney back in 2000. Part of his final words were, "I love my family and my friends." Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You may have heard Matt Baer talk about a school bus that was damaged by a utility pole. They have just moved that school bus from 21st and Ritter, and traffic should begin to be flowing in that area. Matt Baer is more about traffic coming up here in a couple of minutes. You could see severe weather today.
So from the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma, they've placed us under a slight risk for severe weather in central Indiana today. So that is a Category 2 of risk level. So it's not the highest, not the lowest.
Forecaster Jason Puma at the National Weather Service.
Just because it's a lower number on the severe scale, it just doesn't mean that there won't be severe weather. It certainly means that we are expecting severe weather, but it's just probably not going to be as widespread or a large outbreak.
And Puma says the rain that's falling right now is going to let up in a couple of hours and then come back this afternoon. That's when the strong storms will roll in. A pimp from Indy is out of business and headed to prison. Here's Chris Davis.
37-year-old Christopher McDonald will be trying to figure out how he's going to get along on the inside. On the outside, he had a system. He forced young women into the sex trade, got them smoking crack and servicing as many as 10 clients per day. When they didn't kick up enough money, he'd beat them. What stopped him is his convictions this week on murder, sex trafficking, and several gun charges. You can thank Indy Metro Police, the ATF, and the IRS for stomping out that operation like a cigarette on a sidewalk. Only his ember will shine no more. Sentencing later. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The 109th running of the Indianapolis 500 is Sunday, and race day coverage begins bright and early at 6 a.m. right here on 93 WIBC. One Indiana Pacer fan is being treated to a seat at an upcoming Pacer home playoff game. Here's John Herrick.
Pacer guard Tyrese Halliburton saw a now viral video of Pacer fan Hans Perez in New York wearing a Halliburton jersey and having trash bags thrown at him by New York Knicks fans. Halliburton got a chance to talk to Perez on the Pat McAfee show on Monday, and he invited him to Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
All the teams excited to meet you. It's all we've been talking about. Everybody's seen the video. So, man, we want to bring you out here, and, yeah, man, I'm really excited about that.
Perez is a firefighter and says he's excited about the opportunity. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 8:05, traffic on the 5s, and here's Matt Baer.
On the northwest side, Ryan, we look at westbound for all sorts of trouble here at the 865 ramps. Crash westbound 465 before 865, and that has the right lane closed. Traffic stop and go back to Meridian. 31 delay has ballooned to 33 minutes. Now in the other direction, northbound 465 at 865, that's also a crash, blocking the left lane, and stop and go traffic past West 86th Street, 5-minute delay. Eastbound 465 on the northwest side slows out of 865 over to Ditch Road. On the east side, northbound 465, we are stopped from 70 before Penn Pike. Inbound 70 slow and stop and go in pockets from Shadeland Avenue to the north split, and continues to be slow on the flyover ramp to northbound 65 out to Meridian Penn. Northbound 65 on the south side, stop and go traffic through the construction zone. This is Keystone Avenue up to the south split. Those lane restrictions in place until the end of next year. 21st at Ritter Avenue, a crash involving a school bus, and those eastbound lanes still blocked as you make your way through the intersection. Might want to find a better way. We do have slowdowns there. And a crash 38th Street at Lafayette Road, looking to Crawfordsville, westbound 74, all lanes closed to State Road 47. That's because of a crash. We are stopped past State Road 32. Traffic sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance protects small businesses with affordable coverage options. Get a business insurance quote online in as little as 7 minutes. Visit progressivecommercial.com. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's happening?
Hey, good morning. We've got some light to steady rain across much of the area right now. A few gusty thunderstorms possible later this afternoon. Some of those thunderstorms could be on the stronger side between about 2 p.m. and about 9 p.m. We're going to go with a high today in the upper 60s. Some of those scattered showers and thunderstorms, those end right around 9, 10 o'clock, and we'll stay cloudy overnight. Lows will fall to 60. A few spotty showers on your Wednesday with mostly cloudy skies. Highs only in the mid-60s. And the coolest day of the work week, 60 degrees on Thursday. Mainly cloudy skies. Could see an isolated shower possible.
That is Tara Hastings of Wish TV. Tara, thank you. 54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now is 8:08.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Absolute Comfort, your American Standard Mitsubishi electric ductless mini splits dealer.
Is it too soon? I'm sorry. It's not too soon. There's quite a lot of frustration running around right now. You guys probably know that. And, you know, the problem with this entire thing, and I don't want to just bury them, because the reality is what they were caught for is so minuscule, we all think. But that's the issue with it. If you're going to cheat with something like that, so blatant and so obvious and so in front of everybody's eyes, what are you doing with the rest of the car that we can't see?
That was Graham Rahal last night at Tales from the Track, presented by Relay Indiana and Jack Daniels, hosted by Hammer and Nigel, talking about what happened with Penske. The question is, are the people who are in the race, people who are fans, is there a level being too close to this? Is this as big of a deal as we think? I mean, I have my take, but I go to the experts. Kevin Lee joins us right now, pit reporter for the NTT IndyCar Series, and of course, host of Trackside with Kurt Cavan and Kevin Lee. You can get that over there at 93.5, 107.5 The Fan, 107.5thefan.com. And Kevin, good to be with you. Let's just talk the nuts and bolts of this thing, this attenuator, and kind of fusing it to the body of the car, trying to, one would ostensibly think, gain a little bit of time. Is this the crime that it is made out to be in the social media sphere?
Well, it becomes a bigger deal because the team is owned by the group that owns the series. So that is the rub, and that's why people like Graham Rahal are quite upset. And honestly, it is also because of the push-to-pass issue from last year, where two Penske cars were disqualified from finishing first and second at St. Petersburg and dock points. So, you know, they're looking at this as 2 and 13 months. And it is baffling because this is something that you can see. And how did it go not noticed? Now, this is not on the car every single race. So this is something that would only be for super speedways. I think that's also something that you want to look at is, do we see this on other non-oval races? It is, as you said, something that can help reduce drag. Tim Cindric told me that it was something for appearances. And we know Roger Penske is about making things look right from everything in the race shop. He was the first to make sure that the shop floor and the garage floor was always clean. But it's a very clear rule. You cannot modify this part, so there had to be penalties, and there's still going to be more questions asked, and I think mostly by Roger Penske of the people running his race team.
And you know, there's a worthy conversation there regarding decisions he's going to have to make about where he really has his time, has his efforts, and does he want his name in a large measure being tarnished by this. But talk to me about what you're hearing there in the paddock. Talk to me about what you're hearing from these teams. Is this as big a deal to them as it is, and I do think it is, to the fan base?
I think it is a big deal internally, and they've not really, not all of them, some have, but not everyone has gotten over what happened at St. Petersburg last year and how it took a while to discover that and how it was a bit of a coincidence that it was discovered. So, yeah, it's not going to go away, and I don't think anything new is going to come from any penalties. They've been hit from this circumstance, but it's still kind of the court of public perception from the hardcore fan base. They're the ones very much aware of this, and inside the paddock, and not just other teams, but other stakeholders. What does Honda think about this? And they're in the middle of a negotiation to try to continue to have Honda as a part of the series, and they see this is going on with a Chevy team and Team Penske. So there's some things that are going to be discussed internally. I know there was an owners meeting yesterday. I wasn't privy to what was said, but I can imagine it was a bit contentious.
talking to Kevin Lee of Trackside with Kirk Cavan and Kevin Lee. You can get that at 1075 thefan.com. You can download that on your favorite podcast platform. Give me a little bit of preview of this race. There's always a number of storylines, but just in that first row, the rookie, the veteran, and the guy who has come in second 2 of the last 3 years in Pato Award, Schwartzman, Takuma Sato, Pato Award. As good of a first 3 or as exciting of a first 3 as you've seen in a while, or can you compare this to other years?
And I think that's why we're all honestly a little bit sad. Those of us that work in the sport, that so much of the attention is going to something else because there are massive storylines. The guy on the pole has never done an oval race, and he is tasked with leading the biggest race in the world, so that is amazing. And it's a brand new team that's never done an oval race with Robert Schwartzman and Prema Racing. Takuma Sato is almost 50 years old. He does 1 race a year, and he's starting the best he's ever started, and he's won this race 2 times. Pato Award, if his car is good enough, is going to win or it's going in the fence. He's finished second twice. He's crashed trying to win before. And then, let's go to the back. Joseph Newgarden has one of the 3 best cars, and he's starting in the last row. He is going to carve through the field, but I think the best 2 cars are probably Alex Palou and then maybe Scott Dixon starting in, rows 2 and 3.
There's a lot.
Oh, and by the way, Elio is going for 5.
Right. Oh, it is never ending, the number of storylines. We'll catch up more maybe later this week. Certainly, I'll see you on Sunday. Kevin Lee, Trackside. Be sure to get the podcast wherever it is you get your podcasts. I appreciate you being with us. Matt Bear has got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matt?
Yeah, Tony, we're on the northeast side and Pike Township, and we have crashes in that 865 interchange. First, westbound 465, shy of 865. Crash blocking the right lane, causing stop traffic back to Meridian 31, and that is a delay time of 25 minutes. Northbound 465 at 865, and that's a crash blocking the left lane, causing stop-and-go traffic to West 79th Street for a delay of 3 minutes. Inbound 69, stop-and-go from 116th Street to 82nd, 7-minute delay. East side northbound 465 slow from 70 up to Penn Pike. Inbound 70 stop and go at Shadeland and slow through the north split. South side construction northbound 65 slowing Edgewood Avenue up to South Keystone, and again from Troy Avenue into the south split. That is a construction zone. And westbound 74 closed in Crawfordsville. This is at State Road 47. And traffic is backed up to State Road 32 and a little bit beyond. This is because of a vehicle fire. East side 21st Street at Ritter. A crash involving a school bus. Eastbound lanes at 21st still blocked. Ryan has more on that coming up at 8:30. Traffic sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance, protecting your business vehicles 24/7. Get a business insurance quote online in as little as 7 minutes. See if you can save at progressivecommercial.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
You know that feeling of a fresh, clean home? This is Denny Smith for Zero Res, and I want you to think about everything that's always left behind in and on your floors. Dirt and dust, allergens, pet dander, maybe even some mystery stains. Well, it's time to get Zero Resified. Zero Res can clean virtually any surface in your home, and for a limited time, get 3 rooms of carpet cleaning starting at just $129 and take $75 off air duct cleaning. That's real savings on a deep clean. And remember, Zero Res's patented ZR water cleans with no soaps, no residue, no harsh chemicals. It's clean, safe, and effective. Don't risk it with the other guys, and don't do it yourself with your carpet cleaning. It will end up soaked for days and actually do more damage than good. Keep the mud outside and not under your carpets. Just call Zero Res and mention WIBC to get 3 rooms cleaned starting at just $129 plus $75 off air duct cleaning. 317-388-5141. ZeroResIndy.com.
Comcast Business is celebrating Small Business Month by giving you a $1,000 small business bonus when you switch to a qualifying gig speed package from the company with over 99.99% network reliability. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 1, company merch for staff. Stylin'. Or possibility number 24, the latest software, upgrade, or possibility number 192, new equipment powered by gig speeds, or possibility number 555, a 3D printer. Rapid prototyping, anyone? Switch to Comcast Business for over 99.99% network reliability, advanced cybersecurity, and now get started with a $1,000 small business bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
In 6/22/25, new customers only with 2-year agreement. Other restrictions apply.
Hey folks, Scott Wilson here from Wilson Farm Market. Even in winter, we're bringing you the best in farm fresh flavors. Stop in for our fresh salad bar, hot and crispy wing bar, and a cheese selection that is second to none. Got a sweet tooth? Our homemade pies, creamy fudge, and old-fashioned candy will hit the spot. Come see us on US 31 just north of Carmel. We're open every day 9 to 6. At Wilson Farm Market, we're all about fresh, local, and delicious. See you soon.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Nobody cares for you like family. Family Heating and Air.
Hey, this is Malia. We often get asked when is the best time to buy, and the answer is today, not tomorrow. With rising utility costs, rising product costs, and missed opportunity costs, which you could be saving with a high-efficiency system. Give us a call today to schedule your free in-depth estimate, 317-577-8077.
Family Heating and Air is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Sellouts mean money. And that's what we're getting. When you take a look at nearly 400,000 people coming to Indianapolis for the 500. Then, of course, sticking around for the Pacers in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the hated New York Knicks. Game 4 will then be on Tuesday. It means dollars. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Gary Dick joins us from InsideIndianaBusiness.com on the Twitter X at IIB. Before I get to the story of what's coming, there's a very interesting story that you have regarding U.S. Steel. Of course, you have Nippon Steel Japan wanting to buy U.S. Steel. And there's been real questions. Senator John Fetterman has been opposed to it. I personally oppose the sale because I believe a U.S. steel company should stay in U.S. hands. Nippon Steel is now saying that if you let us buy U.S. Steel, we'll make it a $14 billion acquisition with everything else we're doing, and that includes real upgrades and opportunities in Gary, Indiana. In a world of bribes, Gary Dick, this ain't so bad.
Big number, Tony. Yeah, it just came out yesterday, Nippon upping that bid to $14 billion. And that includes, according to reporting from Reuters, a $1 billion or $4 billion plant, a new steel plant that would be located somewhere. They're not saying where. The previous bid included $1 billion in upgrades to Gary Works, as you mentioned, in Northwest Indiana. So the implications for Northwest Indiana with how this goes are indeed huge. The Biden administration had blocked this. I believe President Trump, as the candidate, Trump opposed this. He did order a committee to review the deal again, though. So we'll see where this plays out. But again, not only from an economic standpoint, but from a psychological standpoint, really, in Northwest Indiana, this is a huge a huge story. U.S. Steel has been such a big part of that region. It's why Gary was founded many years ago. So implications, as you suggest, for Northwest Indiana are huge. We'll see where this plays out.
And I get why the mayor, Eddie Melton, has written letters and wants this. He's not wrong. He's saying that this is going to be great for the city. This will give a chance to the city to engage some level of rebound. He's right about that. Different than my take, which is this is a security issue. This sale is still blocked. We're seeing in your reporting is that the committee has been ordered by President Trump to review the deal again. Is there a take on where this committee is going to go and what Trump might do?
Not a real feeling for where it might go, as you mentioned. I believe the Trump administration giving that committee 45 days to submit recommendations, then the president would take a look at it. Notably, U.S. Steel stock rose a little over 2% at the end of trading on Monday, so some positive reaction to it there. But we should find it. The good news is, I think, for Northwest Indiana in particular, too, is we should know the outcome here sooner rather than later, because this has been something that's been hanging over Northwest Indiana and the folks who live and work there for a long time. So I know they will be anxious to get it wrapped up.
Talking to Gary Dick, InsideIndianaBusiness.com, on the Twitter X at IIB, and of course the chat room asking, if Nippon buys U.S. Steel, does that get them around the tariffs? And the answer is, in many ways, it will. The question is, how long will those tariffs last anyway, right? That's the argument back and forth. Let's bring it now to the Indy 500. You're talking about sellout. You're talking about blackouts lifted. You're talking about the possibility of near 400,000 people for the race. Where's the economic impact?
It's going to be right here in the heart of Indianapolis, Tony, as you talk about. You know, the motorsports sector, the industry, generates about $1 billion annually to the Indiana economy, according to estimates, and almost half of that comes from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So in any given year, the Indianapolis 500 is a huge economic driver. I think this year perhaps as much, if not more, than any other time. Only the second time, as you know, in history that the grandstand has been sold out. The other time, the 2016 100th running of the race. And as you mentioned, a sellout. You've got a rookie on the pole. You've got a new Fox TV broadcast. You've got a lot of momentum going into the race, and you have obviously what's been making headlines this week, and that's the scandal involving Team Penske. That adds an element of interest, I think, for fans and those looking on as well. So a lot of attention on Indianapolis this weekend.
That is Gary Dick, InsideIndianaBusiness.com, on the Twitter X at IIB. Follow him there. Matt Bear has traffic. What's up, Matthew?
North side crash, westbound 465 before 865, and it's blocking the right lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to Meridian 31, delay at 27 minutes. Northbound 465 at 865, crash clear, slow back to West 79th Street. Inbound 69, stop-and-go traffic 106th Street, 282nd. Inbound 65 slows after 38th Kessler, 221st. Inbound 70 slow off Shaneland Avenue to Emerson Avenue. Northbound 65 south side dragging through the construction zone, 465 to South Keystone Avenue, and again from Troy up to the south split. And westbound 74 Crawfordsville, westbound 74 shut down at State Road 32 because of a vehicle fire at East 21st Street at Ritter. That intersection is still closed because of an earlier crash involving a school bus. No injuries reported. More on that coming up at 8:30 with WIBC News. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This May, you can be a hero at the finish line. Say yes to organ donation and talk to your family about your decision. A message from Indiana Donor Network and driven to save lives. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, it's Casey from the Kendall and Casey Show, and YouTube has dropped its first ever podcast chart. Did Kendall and Casey make the top 100? Jerry Lopez fills in for Rob. Join us Tuesday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
If you ever have a tree that needs to be replaced in your backyard, your side yard, your front yard, wherever it may be, your first and only call is to Circle City Trees. CircleCityTrees.com has everything that you need, whether it's an evergreen, a shade tree, fruit tree, ornamental tree, flowering trees. They take care of everything. They've got the trees. You check out the massive, well, let's call it a showroom that they have, and pick the tree that fits your personality, fits your backyard or side yard. Maybe you need shade over the back deck. Maybe you're looking to have a little privacy from that nosy neighbor. Whatever the case may be, Circle City Trees will come to you. They'll take care of the installation. They'll make it all look great, and they provide you the warranty. And if you need to know price, it's right there on the website, CircleCityTrees.com. Incredible people. Just bring a photo of your backyard, side yard, front yard, and they will help you find the tree that matches where it is you need that tree to go. And then they'll make sure that tree is installed perfectly and professionally. Trees that thrive right here in Indiana. Talk to Circle City Trees today. 317-768-3005. 317-768-3005. Circle City Trees. 768-3005 or online at CircleCityTrees.com.
Pat Sullivan here for Gutter Helmet. Are you still putting screens on your gutters? If the holes are too big, debris gets in, and you're still cleaning your gutters. If the holes are too small, it sits on top, and now you're cleaning the screens. I have Gutter Helmet on my home, and it has no holes, slots, or screens. It keeps the debris out and the water in. Since 1981, Gutter Helmet has been America's #1 choice for gutter protection. Right now, Gutter Helmet is offering a 19% discount, plus, get this, 12 months no interest financing if paid in full within 12 months. Give them a call at 800-5HELMET. That's 800-5HELMET to schedule a free estimate. 19% off restrictions apply and cannot be combined with other offers. Call Gutter Helmet today at 800-5HELMET or go to gutterhelmetindy.com and never clean your gutters again.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
This May, you can be a hero at the finish line. Say yes to organ donation and talk to your family about your decision. A message from Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives.
I'm a proud owner of B-Window.
I'm a proud B-Window owner.
I'm a proud B-Window owner.
When you work with a local, employee-owned home improvement company like B-Window, quality comes first because your home improvements are a reflection of our business. And for a limited time, we're extending our employee discount to you. Up to 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest, no payments. Trust local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to be.
Trust me. 93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
A U.S. Congresswoman is facing federal charges. Heavy rain, 54 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. We're moving up to 70 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 8:31.
You cannot support ICE. Shame on you. You can push back against President Trump's immigration agenda. Whatever. You can protest. But you cannot cross that line. You can't knowingly impede a law enforcement officer, ICE officer. It's a crime.
That's Border Czar Tom Homan on Fox News this morning talking about Democratic Congresswoman LaMonica McIver, who police say assaulted an ICE agent during a visit to a federal immigration detention center in Newark.
You certainly can't put hands on an ICE agent. So, she's going to have to pay the consequences for doing what she did. She broke the law, and we're going to hold her accountable.
In a statement, Congresswoman McIver says she and other lawmakers at the detention center were simply fulfilling lawful oversight responsibilities as members of Congress. A convicted cop killer executed by the state. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
44-year-old Benjamin Richie died by lethal injection early Tuesday morning at a state prison in Michigan City. Richie shot and killed Beech Grove police officer Bill Toney while fleeing police in a stolen vehicle in 2000. Richie's attorney, Stephen Schutt, described the moments right after his client was injected.
Mr. Richie looked up at us, smiled, and waved.
Lay back down.
The execution took place at 12:46 a.m. Central Time. According to the Indiana Department of Correction, Richie's final words were, "I love my family, my friends, and all the support I've gotten. I hope they all find peace." Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
All modes of severe weather are on the table today.
All of central Indiana is still under a tornado threat today. So possibly later on this afternoon, this evening, there could be a severe weather watch across central Indiana, whether it be a severe thunderstorm watch or a tornado watch.
And that's forecaster Jason Puma at the National Weather Service. He says if you do see severe weather, it'll happen sometime after 4 this afternoon. 2 men arrested and are now facing several charges after police say they robbed some people in Greenwood. Here's Jake McDaniel.
Deputies say it happened on San Marcos Drive early Sunday, where one of the suspects punched one of the victims in the face and took their stuff.
These young men, one of them ordered some illegal narcotics, asked that they be delivered, and through the course of that, nothing was delivered.
Johnson County Sheriff's Office Major Damian Katz says Joseph Goodwin and Cooper Nelson were spotted at a home on Indy's west side near Morris Street, and they were taken to the Johnson County Jail. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Gas prices up to $3.06 across the capital city today, says Gas Buddy. That's up a few cents from where it was last week. Sports on WIBC brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals tips off tomorrow as the Pacers and the Knicks renew their rivalry. Guard Tyrese Halliburton says last year's series win is still fresh in their minds, but the fight is not over.
Last year, the series was a lot of fun, back and forth. You know, it felt like nobody could win 2 games in a row until we were able to do it. Going into the series, I think that they didn't like the organization, but I don't think there were certain guys that their fans didn't like. And now they don't really like us too much.
Halliburton joked it's probably good that his father can't attend any games. The Pacers beat the Knicks in their last 3 playoff matchups tonight. Tomorrow's game starts at 8 o'clock. Team Penske broke the rules by changing a safety part on cars 2 and 12 during the Indianapolis 500 qualifying last weekend. Joseph Newgarden and Will Power will start 32nd and 33rd.
I mean, we don't want to be racing against illegal cars. We would love to see that it's all an even playing field.
And that's Pato O'Ward speaking with Wish TV. The 109th running of the Indianapolis 500 is Sunday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. At 8:35, traffic on the 5s, and here's Matt Baer.
Crash clear northwest side, northbound 465 shy of 865. Traffic stop and go back to 79th. Now crash scene still active on westbound 465 at I-865. Right lane closed. Traffic backed up to Meridian US 31, and that's a delay time of 19 minutes. Inbound 69, stop and go traffic 106th Street down to 82nd. Inbound 65, a drag from 38th Kessler down to 21st. Northbound 65, slow through the construction. First delay, Edgewood Avenue up to 465, and then we slow down again after Keystone Avenue into the south split because of that construction zone. Crawfordsville, westbound 74 closed at State Road 32 because of vehicle fire cleanup. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Say yes to organ donation and talk to your family about your decision. A message from Indiana Donor Network and driven to save lives. I'm Matt Baer on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee? I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What's going on? Dow futures are up 3. No, not 300. Just 3. NASDAQ futures are down 73. That's where we stand right now. Oil prices at $62.52 a barrel on the West Texas crude. The Brent crude, $65.30, the 10-year Treasury, 4.489. And, of course, everything is focusing on this race and the good times to be had. Carb Day starts at Just Add Water Boats. That's where we will be Friday, 6 a.m. The show is live from the patio there, from the porch at Just Add Water Boats. They'll have the full inventory there of boats, the new models, the wave runners, everything. They're going to have giveaways, life jackets, all sorts of cool stuff is happening at Just Add Water Boats right there on South Franklin in Indianapolis. I will see you there. Carb Day starts there, ends at the track. Nothing but good times to be had. You got to join us and Just Add Water Boats right there in Indianapolis for the start of Carb Day. We're bringing Matt Bear out. Have we figured this out technologically? We can bring Matt and he can do his traffic and his whole thing and share his oatmeal with everybody?
I'm going to shout the traffic to the sky, Tony. It's gonna be
right.
Clouds. No, I'm going. Yeah, we're working on the getting me a computer. That might take a few days. And then we're going to, set it up.
I've got an extra laptop for you.
Thanks.
Right?
No, I just pass it along. Everybody sets it up, and I'm like, we're good. No, this is going to be awesome. This is like over on Franklin Road to the east of 465, right? On Washington Street. Yeah.
South Franklin Road. 234 South Franklin Road is where we're going to be.
That's awesome. Yeah. No,
right?
It's going to be fun.
So we're going to be over there. Jacob Abel, you got screwed out of the 500, especially with what happened with Penske. We'd love to hear from you. We invite you. We invite you to come and join us and tell the story. We'd absolutely love to have you. And we invite all of you. You got to come join us. You're going to hang out. Right? It's going to be a little bit of a chilly morning. I'm figuring out some coffee for everybody. But it'll be morning cigars and coffee and a great way to start Carb Day. And nice, easy, relaxed, sophisticated, like me. And then you end it with Hammer and Nigel at the track, Carb Day, right there, no pants. That's the way it happens. Matt Bear will also be there for Carb Day.
Yeah. I'm bringing vape juice. Sophisticated with the cigars. That's my sophistication with the coffee. I'm looking forward to the morning. Now, in the evening, I will not be at the Carb Day. No, I will be doing traffic from the traffic center. But in the morning, out there, Franklin Road. Looking forward to it.
Did you call it vape juice?
Yeah. Salts is a technical name, but I didn't think anybody would know what salts are. So,
Yeah, well, I don't know how I feel about vape juice.
I mean, you don't drink it. You put it in your vape.
Okay.
It's not anything illegal or get you...
If you say so.
Doesn't make you crazy or high or anything. It's just vape.
No, I didn't say it. What? I didn't say that at all.
It's not oogie boogie, or anything like that.
No. It's. I'm sure it is a little bit oogie boogie.
Yeah, it's oogie boogie.
I don't know where it is. I was looking for it on my soundboard.
I know. No, it's going to be a grand time, and it's a great way to start the 500
oogie boogie.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Oogie boogie.
Yeah, F these people. It's just one of those things that you can come out and really hang out and get your Indy 500 weekend started. I think it's
F these people.
Thank you. There. That's what I was looking for.
It's going to be so good, guys. It's going to be so good. Come join us at Just Add Water Boats. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be such a fun way to start Carb Day. Our first ever porch party, and it's going to be terrific. You want to be a part of it. Let us know. Reach out. I need somebody with the coffee. I need somebody with lots and lots and lots of coffee. Maybe a coffee truck, perhaps. Who's got the coffee truck? I don't know. I should have a coffee truck. Tony's coffee truck and vape juice.
Tony's coffee and cannabis.
No.
Oh. No?
No, because that would, first of all, like I don't think you could get away with that here in Indiana. Right? This is not Denver.
Until you're caught.
Yeah, okay. Good plan, Ray.
Yeah.
Solid work right there.
Thank you very much.
Matt Bear and I will be there at Just Add Water Boats in Indianapolis, right there in South Franklin. Join us for Carb Day. We kick off Carb Day right here on WIBC. Race weekend is WIBC. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Power. Did you see all that rain that came through? all of that rain, did you ask yourself what was going to happen if you lost power? You didn't have a plan, did you? You were planless. Don't be planless. Talk to Generator Supercenter today and get a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home. Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. They're the ones to speak to. It's incredibly easy to work and operate because you don't have to do the work. Generator Supercenter takes care of that installation of your Generac automatic standby generator. And when the power goes out, boom, the Generac automatic standby generator, it's standing by and it kicks on, keeping your family powered up, keeping the appliances going, making sure the food in the freezer lasts, your business is still up and running, and your family is safe and secure. So no matter what happens, whether it's ice taking down a power line or a storm comes through or the power grid fails, Generator Supercenter has you safe and secure. Talk to them today. Get your free estimate. You could stop by the showroom, 96th Street at 69, or give them a call, 317-827-0808. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter, 827-0808.
Turning 65, new to Medicare, or just moved? If you qualify for Medicare and Medicaid, a Humana Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan, a D-SNP, may give you the extra benefits you're looking for. A D-SNP helps cover things like prescriptions and checkups, but it also helps pay for essentials, too. With a Humana D-SNP, you get $225 a month for eligible groceries, rent, utilities, and more. Plus, whatever you don't spend carries over to the next month. You may even get benefits like $0 copays on routine prescriptions, plus routine dental, vision, or hearing coverage. All of this could make a difference for your health and wallet. Learn more at GetHumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a coordinated care HMO SNP plan with a Medicare contract and a contract with the Indiana Medicaid program. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal. Allowance amounts cannot be combined with other benefit allowances. Limitations and restrictions may apply.
Check out what's going on with 93 WIBC.
Listen to 93 WIBC this Sunday for the 109th running of the Indy 500 and ride the wave of tradition, pride, and pure adrenaline, where drivers push limits and every second counts.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what's going on?
Crash clear north side, westbound 465 at 865. And still a little bit slow right now, 31 over to Ditch. And the crash is cleared on northbound 465 at 865. So both of those are now gone. Still stop and go traffic back to 79th Street on that northbound side. Inbound 65 slow from 38th Kessler to 21st. Inbound 70 slow, roll past Shadeland and then drag it a bit to Rural Street, Keystone Avenue. Northbound 65 south side, slow pockets from Southport Road up to the south. Split because of road construction. Crawfordsville, westbound 74 still shut down at State Road 47. That is because of an earlier vehicle fire. We are making progress out there, I'm told. Inbound 69 stop and go traffic from 106 to 82nd for a 4-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and driven to save lives. Remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:46.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest rates get tacked on. And now you're struggling just to make the minimum payment due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because I personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your credit card balances by 50% and stop the late fees. If you qualify, please call our special debt hotline number right now for a complimentary free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put more money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call right now.
800-948-1659. 800-948-1659.
800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. That's 800-948-1659.
Hi, Jeff Roush for Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now,
get Lincoln's employee pricing on most all new Lincolns at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers. Get up to $20,000 off select 2024 Navigators, up to $8,000 off select 2024 Nautilus, or up to $7,000 off select 2024 Corsair at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP 105,575, Nautilus MSRP 6195, Corsair MSRP 47,820. Offers good through May 31st, 2025. Navigators excluded from employee pricing. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
You know, there are times I've come to realize that producer Carl truly thinks I'm dumb. That is not cool. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that TV theme song? Here is how we play our game. Producer Carl picks a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. And Carl, allow me to add for you a wrinkle that we are going to bring in the month of June to this whole thing that you have created. Once a week, celebrity name that TV theme song.
Wow.
We're going to have to bring people in from all around Indianapolis to help us guess the television theme song. That's going to have to happen. This is too easy. Have your heart attacks later. This is the theme to Sanford and Son.
First one, this is a big one. I'm dying.
Nicely done. You came prepared. You know we don't plan this. He doesn't tell me. I don't get it, you know, any early information. He just shares it.
Have you noticed that this is the extended mix of the song?
I didn't know there was an extended mix. I didn't know there was a first mix. Remastered by Herbie Hancock. Right there. So yeah, you can find the full listing of our songs over there at WIBC.com. Sponsorship's now available. Also, I'm now looking up coffee trucks. Honestly, I should have the mobile coffee and cigar truck available for all sorts of events. Rent it out. I could do that. Why not? Why not get the truck? I mean, I don't know anything about that business. Zero. I'd have to learn on the fly, or I'd have to find somebody who knows that business and then say, okay, I'll provide the voice. You go provide the coffee. But there's a need. Yeah, I need it. So I don't know. Maybe there's a maybe I should just woe up just a little bit. Maybe just roll it back, just a touch there on Tony Katz today at noon. You've got Zelensky. You've got Putin allegedly going to have a conversation about peace. We will see what we will see. But will there be pressure put on Putin by Trump to make it happen? That is the key question. Pretty sure that's the only question that there is regarding these peace deals. Then there were a couple things I did not get to today. What did I not get to that I wanted to get? Oh, how the Trump administration is going to pay $5 million to the family of Ashley Babbitt, who was shot and killed on January 6th. It is a settlement of a $30 million suit reached in May, brought by Ashley Babbitt's estate and the group Judicial Watch. So the argument is that Ashley Babbitt should not have been shot and killed. The Justice Department cleared the officer, Lieutenant Michael Byrd, of any wrongdoing. Babbitt's family in the civil lawsuit accused him of being negligent in the use of force and his firearm. Seems that the political left has found a shooting they're okay with. I don't know. What is the number? Right, that works, doesn't work. How are you supposed to answer that? I think more to the point is that there were many ways to deal with Ashley Babbitt. Many, many ways to deal with Ashley Babbitt. And I think that is a legitimate thing to say. But we can debate it all you will. It was one of the other stories I wanted to get to, and I had one more that I'm really going to hit on Tony Katz today. Oh, Nissan. Oh, dear Lord. Nissan was going to build a battery plant, and it was really going to focus on its electric vehicles, and now it's canceled that whole plant. And you say, well, this is just an example of electric vehicles. No one's interested anymore. True, but this could very well be the conversation about the end to Nissan. The company is struggling. Nissan is also the Infinity brand. Does it just go by the wayside, or does this now mean it's ripe for purchase? Is Nissan just ready for somebody to come in and say, we'll take this? We'll get into that conversation, what it might mean for the auto industry as a whole. I will catch you guys at noon. And, of course, Friday, 6 a.m., Just Add Water Boats on South Franklin. We'll be there for Carb Day. You should join us. More on that in the days ahead. Right now, Matt Bear has traffic.
Westbound 70 crash in the north split. This has traffic slow back to Rural Street, Keystone Avenue. Westbound 70 also slow from the east side, Shadelet Avenue past Emerson Avenue.